after you've spent years
Okay.
complaining about white carpet.
Yeah.
Okay, is it at least gonna be an off-white? Because, like, an off-white's
Egg
not
white.
as bad. It's still not as good as picking, like
To my
just
knowledge,
do actual research on color theory tied to brain chemistry, like,
I
my
mean, look,
room
I'm gonna be
is a
real. I like
is a
darker
nice light blue.
colors with wood.
yeah, listen, I
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
I liked our kitchen. I really liked our kitchen. I liked the maroon in the kitchen.
It wasn't bad.
Um,
And no, Max, I did not have to deal with this before. Totally. I mean, yes, I have dealt with it in the past with both my mother figures. But no, I worked for my uncle at the floor place that he owned.
yes.
And our biggest customers were men building houses and women remodeling them for the 5th time. In fact, while I was working there, in the single year I was working there was a single person who had remodeled their home 3 times.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all. It's
Man,
all
I wish I
gonna
had that kind of
be.
money lying around.
I know,
Me
right?
too. It's all gonna be LVP now, lads. Instead of nice dark wood, LVP, baby.
That's horrible. Why?
That's gonna actually hurt more than the wood floors if you take a spill.
I wish I knew.
God, the heat damage alone. Oh.
I mean, don't get me wrong. My uncle loved selling LVP because you had to replace that shit.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
easy
like I
to
said,
stock. It
It
was easy to store. It was easy to insert. And you just had to keep fucking replacing it.
yeah, because it doesn't hold up well. Water's gonna damage it, cold is gonna damage it, heat's gonna damage it. Any incidents that happen in the kitchen now at the stovetop where something spills over, that's just gonna become a constant wrinkled spot over like the course of months.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's not like, oh, just cut that square out and slap another square down. That's not the appeal of this stuff. The appeal is it's one just continuous pattern.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not tiled. It's not a panel of wood. It's a continuous sheet that has been cut around your kitchen or whatever area.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it
And it's gonna
stains.
be the
I'm pretty sure it stains worse
whole
than wood.
house.
It's kind of a mixed bag.
Well, if you get proper staining and varnish, it's going to stain worse than wood.
Oh,
For wood
well,
to
yeah.
stain, you gotta cut through. You gotta eat through the varnish. Either you chip the varnish out, or whatever you spilled eats through the varnish chemically.
Yeah. It actual wood is relatively hard to screw. Again, which isn't to say that you can't. You definitely can. It's just harder.
You gotta try.
Yeah.
One
but
takes
yeah,
effort,
so that
the other takes a trip.
Yeah.
the whole thing, I'm just like, this is highly questionable. And it's like, no, it'll improve the resale value. I'm like, okay.
No.
And
I'm
by the way,
so
Did you guys
our
see the
chandeliers-
nightmare that they turned the Home Alone house into?
Oh yeah,
No.
I know. I because it's in Illinois. I've seen the abomination they turned it into. I hate it. I have
It's
one more
so
thing to
fucking
complain about though. You
Yeah.
remember the big ass fucking chandelier we have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really nice centerpiece in the foyer.
That's going away.
Why?
Why? Because they're getting one to better match the new colors and decor. Which, all right, fine, fair enough. And they're putting in a
that's not
bunch...
fair enough. You should match the new decor to the old chandelier. It was a good chandelier. It's the kind of chandelier you pass down as a family heirloom.
Yeah.
Nope, that shit's going away too. Facebook Marketplace, baby.
Oh, great.
Where they will get a fraction of what it would have been worth in 15 years.
Yeah.
Probably a fraction of what it's worth now.
Yeah.
All of these words have been uttered and fallen on deaf ears.
Well,
but
of course.
now that they're getting rid of the chandelier and they're getting a new one, they're like, well, we're going to install a motorized lift so we could clean it. And I said, but wait, haven't you for the last because I mean they're going all we got fucking crown molding all over the crown molding, panel molding. Hang on, let me get my fucking phone out and take a fucking picture just to send it. I'll just stick it in mod chat so you guys can see. Because you guys saw my house before, so...
Yeah.
I have not yet, but
No, you have physically been in my house.
Gray, you were there.
No, I have not!
Yes, you were, for the Chicago GT!
I went to the hotel, and I stayed at the hotel.
Nonsense. He was definitely in my house, right, Max?
If I was there...
He was in my house 2 years ago. I don't know about yours.
As a reminder, Atten, if I
No, I
had
know.
been
You
there...
were never actually there. You went straight to the hotel. Ricky has been here several times.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's what we put up, and all that shit's gonna be white.
Right.
That's gonna be so blinding.
That's gonna be horrible.
That's gonna be so blinding.
Every reasonable complaint you fellas have brought up, I have reiterated.
Okay, I mean, there's one last complaint you could bring up, but your parents might look at you like you're crazy.
It's too late now.
Stop treating your house like a fucking investment property. It's a fucking home for life.
That's fucking
Fuck out
horrible.
of here with this.
Yeah, I know. I hate it. I hate it.
That looks so fucking awful. Like, what the hell? Please tell me they're gonna do more with it. Or is that the final stage?
I mean, they're gonna change colors, but
there's no color can save that.
It's gonna be white on rice, bitches.
That's horrifying.
Luckily, it's all just like it's all aftermarket. So, like, I mean, by the time they leave, I can get a crew in here and just be like, rip every fucking piece of that shit out. But so they put all this up, right? And none of this is cheap. None of this is cheap.
Of course. Yeah,
and I said, but mother, for the last 10 years we've had this house, you've complained about how much wasted space this foyer is. This foyer. You said you'd love to put a lot. I'm like, so if we're just changing every fucking thing, like, change the stairs and put the extra rooms in.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, I mean, if you already have them in here and they're already ripping shit up and doing all that, you might as well.
Yeah, like it's not like you couldn't take the room on the left, knock the wall out, put floor up. Like, you can get a laundry room in there. Fuck, you could get a whole ass other bedroom or make it an office. Like, there's a ton you could do if you're so concerned with increasing the resale value of a house. Adding a whole ass other room is gonna way more increase value of the house than
direct decorative bullshit.
This shit.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. The first thing that most people are gonna do when they get a house like this is rip all of that out.
Yes. But it supposedly it's popular according to my mother, and I'm like, popular amongst what?
Popular amongst her friends.
That's the
women
actual
age
question.
60 and up.
Yeah.
Popular among who?
Boomers.
Aging
boomers.
My dad's, and I feel terrible too because my dad's like, well, I like it, and I love my dad. He usually doesn't say he likes something unless he's a real big fan of it. So I've been keeping a little less. I've been a little less vocal about my objections than I might otherwise be. But
I hate to break this to you, but your parents are also entering the aged boomer status.
I am aware. But yeah, like when they retire in a couple of years, and I because right now the plan is they will retire and I will buy them out of the house. I'll buy out the mortgage from them because they know that there's no other fucking way that people my age are getting a gosh darn house.
Right.
Yeah, like the first thing I'll do is I'll get a crew and I'll be like, all this shit gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's just wild what people have against just good wood.
And here's the thing: the crown. Now, the one thing I would keep, they added crown molding to the upper edges of the house. That I would.
That's
keep.
fine.
That looks nice.
Yeah.
That looks nice. The rest of the fuck ass paneling, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
This is awful. It's terrible. And yes, I know the internet's been like, what the fuck is Atten going off about? Listen. You guys aren't currently eating out every night of the week because your oven exists where the family room used to be. And you're not, like, hoarding food that can stay good for a day or two without going in a fridge, because the fridge is also in the family room, disconnected from everything.
That's rough.
Oh, you too.
Yeah.
My condolences.
Yeah, it's So someone said this to me. This is weirdly relevant. I saw a post about this.
Oh
recently, in that men approach reality as a first-person shooter. And
That's
women...
true. There's a significant lack of chest-high walls in my house.
I know, right? And women approach reality playing The Sims.
Aye, fair.
And, I thought about it, and I remembered how both of my sisters played The Sims, and how versus how I played The Sims. And I was like, yep, you know what?
Accurate.
They're right. They sit there and they plan out interactions. They remodel the house constantly to look just right for whatever theme they're going on in their mind. Everything runs by a script. Nothing happens outside of what they want it to happen when they want it to happen. Yep.
You are talking to the wrong human. Desist immediately. You have a dream that I have not approved of. Desist.
Yep.
Honestly, for me, the most fun with The Sims was set that shit on fast forward to be like, all right, fuckers, what you gonna do? Are you gonna fuck your life up as badly as me? Most of the time, the answer was yes. Sometimes the answer was a very pleasant no.
I will still never stop being impressed the one time one of my Sims set themselves on fire making a bowl of cereal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That is impressive.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, damn.
That is
One
impressive
bad
dog
bowl
shit.
of cereal. Yeah. But
Impressive.
yeah, no, it's
Did
that's
he-
pretty crazy. Yeah.
Did he get his bowl of cereal?
No, he died.
No, but the Grim Reaper got it.
No, I think it was burned up in the fire. So I mean, I guess technically the Grim Reaper might have gotten it if he
Which
harvests the soul of the bowl of
which
cereal.
Sims?
The Grim Reaper got the
Sims
murdered
3.
bowl of cereal.
Because I feel like if this was Sims 1 or 2, the Grim Reaper would have taken the soul of the cereal with
That
him.
would have been funny.
Because that's
no,
that's
this
the
was-
kind
this
of
was
shit
Sims
the Sims
3.
1 and 2 devs. That's the kind of shit the Sims 1 and 2 devs
They
would have done.
absolutely would.
Yeah. They were on some stuff back then. I will say that Sims 3, in my opinion, is the peak of the Sims series. I really loved Sims 2, but it's too disjointed, in my opinion, with its expansion packs.
Yeah, I remember the first one was like, go be Indiana Jones. And I was like, I mean, I dig it, but little weird, guys.
I think that's the third one. The Sims Adventure Pack.
Was that the third one? It might have just been
Pretty
the first
sure
one
that
I
was the
bought.
third one. What I mean by that is like they added seasons in with the Sims 2 Seasons DLC, right? But a lot of the game wasn't based around the idea of seasons, and so only the seasons stuff really worked inside of seasons occurring, and it was kind of like Meanwhile, Sims 3 had seasons by default, so everything was made with the idea of seasons occurring, and so it was a lot more meshed together, and like all of the DLCs in 3 were more just expanding upon things you could already do rather than adding entirely new systems or unexpected new systems. Like obviously, yeah, there was the vampire DLC, but we've been getting fucking vampires in the game since the first one, so everyone kind of knew the vampire DLC was coming, and they knew the vampire DLC was coming. So it wasn't like oh, we just figured out how to make seasons, guys. We're putting it in now. We don't know what we're doing. No, they obviously knew. It meshed in just fine.
Well, I mean, just the whole... They'd always had, like, the weird magic bullshit.
I loved magic bullshit, go.
Oh, I love it, too. I'm just saying, like, they'd always had the weird magic bullshit. Yeah, no. The first one for The Sims 3, announced August 3rd, 2009, was the World Adventures.
Yep.
Which had adventures and dungeons, and you could go make yourself fucking Indiana Jones as a career path.
And more importantly, unlike Sims 1 and 2, is you didn't accidentally become a celebrity in Sims 3. You actually had to pursue becoming a celebrity.
Yeah. Which was nice. Let's see. The third one was Ambitions. Oh, yeah, that's the one where you could actually, like, do a profession.
Yeah. I will say that is why I liked Sims 3 over Sims 4, is, like, Sims 4, don't get me wrong, they made some good improvements to it, but it just feels... It's the Skyrim to the Sims 3 Oblivion.
Yeah. I think I understand what you're saying there.
Yeah, there was a loss of features, but like an overall smoothness increase, like the general game feel got better, but you felt like you lost something along the way.
Yeah. 3 was... Oh, yeah, 3 was the pseudo New York one, the late night one.
Yeah.
And then... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Generations.
Yeah.
Added more of the life stuff. Oh, yeah, and then, of course, the obligatory Pets DLC.
I mean, it was also the last one that I got because it was like... I kind of got tired of the whole... To be clear, I have never purchased Sims. I also never pirated Sims. My sister purchased Sims, and she doesn't understand what digital activation was. So I stole all of the CD keys and digitally activated them under my account.
Outstanding.
Good job.
And she didn't care or notice because she used the physical disc to play the game. And so she never needed to digitally activate anything. And then one day, she wanted to move to a new computer, and she learned about EA accounts and how she could digitally activate all her Sims games. And then she was told that an account already possesses this CD key. And she's like, Sneaky!
Sneaky! Now, how...
That is not why you wanted my CDs!
Now, the question is, how closely did it resemble the scene from Home Alone where they just screamed Kevin's name? Sneaky!
Pretty much. Yeah.
Entire house.
Yeah, pretty much. I was in the basement and I heard her. She was on the second floor.
Outstanding.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I was really hoping to buy time for Sign to show up because... oh.
I saw what that man posted. What the fuck was the context?
Hold on.
There is no context that made that situation better.
I know. I want to know how bad it got.
That what? Buddy. Not only are you not beating not only are you not beating the allegations, you are embodying them.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to manifest them.
Yeah, the context was, but what if my vampire girlfriend got turned when she was 10? But she's 800 years old now. But she got turned when she was 10.
Yeah, guess what? She has the body of a 10-year-old, and I'm sorry, I ain't getting past that.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's not what I want to talk about. I wanted Sign to be here because we had a client today do a little bit of a hee-hee oopsie. And by a hee-hee oopsie, I mean they decided that they were going to reject our project proposal of upgrading, fixing, and reconfiguring their network because that would cost too much money. And instead, they themselves personally went out and contacted a third party to install better internet into their computers.
You
network.
No.
Yeah. Guess what happened when they flipped the switch to go over to the new internet?
Everything blew up.
Worked.
Yeah, nothing fucking worked because the firewall was serving as a gateway. The firewall they removed.
Yep, that's what happens.
And then their VPN went down. They're like, why is our VPN down? I'm like, well, you've removed the firewall that was hosting the VPN. So, you know.
Outstanding.
But, so anyway, they sent in a bunch of tickets. And I'm asking around, and I called the primary. I'm like, hey, primary, I'm getting reports that you guys are having internet issues. And he's like, yeah, yeah. You know, we flipped the switch over, and we don't have internet anymore. I was like, well, did you flip the switch around 5 o'clock yesterday? He's like, yeah, how'd you know? I was like, well, that's when the firewall said you didn't have internet anymore. The firewall you unplugged.
Clap, clap,
He's
clap.
like, I don't know about that. We unplugged that months ago. I was like, I don't think you did.
Pretty sure you haven't.
And I'm talking to him, and he's like, I was like, okay, well, you know, can you remember if they removed anything? He's like, I don't know. A bunch of guys went into our server room, and then they came out. I didn't really pay attention to see if they were holding anything. I was like, well.
Did a bunch of meth heads just convince them to hand over their servers?
No, so I'm going to get to that in a second. I then proceed to call their parent company's IT head.
Servers? I don't know which, and I'm excited.
And I'm talking with the parent company's head of IT, and I'm telling them the situation. They're like, "Oh yeah, we know about that. We've been working on that. They should we let the third-party IT guys know. They should have reached out to Primary by now." I'm like, "Well, does Primary know that?" Because Primary was very much surprised that they didn't have internet. He's like, "Really? Yes. Okay. Great." I was like, yeah, you should probably let the primary know
the words of
that he's supposed to be doing a job.
The words of the human being who has found out nothing.
IT to IT communication. But yeah, so we let them handle it, and then the third party IT called us, and was like, hey, internet's broken, and we figured out why. So we set them up thinking it was going to be a bunch of old people needing some internet, and we didn't realize that you guys had like a site-to-site and bridging and VPNs and VLANs set up.
So a bunch of lazy fucks didn't do their homework, is what I'm hearing.
No, a bunch of lazy fucks assumed that the client who was contacting them for a service knew what the fuck they were talking about when they were acquiring the service.
Oh, come on. You can't be that stupid.
Yes, you can.
Well, you
I mean, I
can
but-
if you tell the person that's in charge of selling this thing to you that you are the head decision maker and that you're doing it on behalf of the company. That kind of implies that you know what you're talking about. Kind of implies it, not their IT company reaching out, not their parent company reaching out. Me, head primary of this company, I am reaching out to you for this. And they're like, oh, okay, so you know the system and you know what you need. And the primary does not know the system. He doesn't know what they use or need. And just told them blatantly incorrect information, so they quoted him on blatantly incorrect information and set it up according to that blatantly incorrect information. And then everyone was shocked that when you unplug an electrical device, it turns off. I shit you not, one of the tickets that we got from this whole event was, hey, IT company, we recently just swapped out all of our equipment, and now our VPN doesn't work. You need to fix this immediately. And I'm just sitting there reading that, and I say in the all chat, I'm like, hey, IT company, we just removed the engine from our car, and now our car doesn't seem to go anywhere. I don't understand what's happening. Fix it. It's like, well, I think you just fucking said it yourself. You removed the equipment that was hosting the fucking VPN, you dipshits. No fucking shit, it turned off. There are so many companies. Whenever I hear of companies having troubles now, I'm like, good. Suffer. Die as a company. I want you to perish as a company. Burn in flames. I want you to bring as many other companies down with you as possible. Because I love capitalism. And I think all of these people need to fucking suffer for the willful incompetence they have inflicted upon the world. It's not fucking hard. It's not. I've helped 70-year-old men. I've helped fucking 80-year-old men. And they were like, oh, how did you do that thing? I was like, well, okay, well, you do this step, and then you do this step, and then you do this step, and if these things happen, you check these things. And they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to write that down real quick. And then when they have a new problem, they call me up, and they tell me, they're excited to tell me about how they went through all of my steps previously, and it's still not working, and I check, and I'm like, damn, you're right, you did everything properly, it was something else this time. And then I tell them how to fix that thing, and they're fucking excited. And they actually learn when I teach them. Despite being fuck old. Anyone can do it. These people just don't want to learn. Despite calling about the same issue 25 times a month, they still won't learn the solution that they don't need me for.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Whatever, it's their money. But the shame sign isn't here. Good ending. Yeah. The people that are excited are the children who would be left behind by No Child Left Behind. Yeah, more or less, honestly. I mean, I've met some people who probably had the capacity and were just stubborn because they were like, well, no, I'm a car guy. I know cars. Cars are my thing. I don't need to know computers. despite being moved to a wholly computer-based position. And it's like, look, I get it. You're autistic about cars. You're not autistic about learning how to use computers. I get it. Still not a fucking excuse, but I get it.
Yeah, like, listen, I am not a car guy. There's a lot I don't know about cars. Could I learn to change my own oil? Yeah, I could, but that's a process. That's one of those things that it's probably more of a pain in the ass than it's worth. But you know what I
Especially these
can
days.
do? Especially these days.
Yeah.
But you know what I can do? I can change my tire. I can put my
Yeah.
car up on the jack and change my tire.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I got good news. You're halfway there to learning how to change your own oil then.
Well, yes, but no.
yes.
Like, there's a lot of cars these days that are like, oh, well, no, you need our special Ford oil filter remover part lever wrench.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of cars these days are going the exploitive route of needing specialized, specific tools for their car brand.
I mean, one, try to avoid this if you can. Two, you'd be surprised what I can't remember the name of it, but there's a special wrench that was developed just for getting oil filters out. It's
I
literally just
believe
a
it.
rubber belt that you tighten up. I can guarantee that's going to solve 90% of the problem, and the other 10% for the newer shit, screwdriver and a hammer.
It works.
Yeah.
Way better
Yeah,
than it ever has any right to.
That's gonna work until the Chinese solutions get implemented. So the Chinese solutions, this is some wild shit. So basically, they did shit like, they put an RFID chip in the tool and in the part.
Oh, there.
and if you don't remove the part with that tool, then basically the CPU of the car just throws an error until you bring it into a dealership.
Yeah, but if that error doesn't stop me from driving, I
Oh,
don't
it does.
care.
It doesn't start up. The car just doesn't start
Well,
up. You have to call and get it towed.
It gives you the car gonna explode message or something, and the car goes, "Oops, I definitely can't start."
You
That'd be
know,
insane.
I think we're gonna see some interesting reactions if they ever try that stateside. I don't think they're gonna like the reactions.
I just, I don't. I'm curious to see what happens, because on one hand, I want to believe in people. On the other hand,
Everything.
I know people. And I have no faith in them. Yeah. But not much else to say. I'm sure Sign has had a moment. But I can't remember it. But he's not here, so go ahead and take the L.
Oh yeah, what fresh new hells are we descending to? Where shall we go for the fiction of fans today? Shall we venture to the SAO worlds?
How the fuck did Bibu not break a crab? Holy shit, man. Someone's got to help these women.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what's wrong?
Bibu is too weak enough
Bibu
to break
tried
crab.
to eat crab. Whole shell cooked crab. Except she couldn't break any of it.
Did she not have
Okay,
a hammer or
Okay, so in her defense, we've seen her arms and hands on stream before. She is built like a stick.
Yeah, I mean,
Why
I
does
was about
she
to
not
say,
have a hammer or the crackers?
Woman.
Why doesn't she
Woman.
have the crab crackers?
Woman.
I mean, she's tried to eat it at home, but yeah, like, listen, when I go to a restaurant, I use the crab cracker, not because I can't break the crab on my own, but because I'm a human.
I mean,
And I use
here's
tools.
the thing. Well, there's another trick. If you ignore the torso, just rip the joints. The joints are so
Yeah.
easy to get into, and then you get a fork in, and it gets even easier.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's the problem. She's going at the joint.
I haven't actually. That's not the. Oh, okay.
Oh,
No, she got the claw off. No, that's not the joint she's going at. That's the middle
No,
of
she's
the
definitely going at the leg.
claw. That's the middle of the. Yeah, that's the middle of the leg that she's going at. Actually, that's the. Oh no, that's the thicker section of the other claw. She's going. Sweetie,
Okay,
just
she's
get a
put the
fork,
claw
stick
down.
it in, and just scrape it out.
This
It's
poor
actually
girl.
a superpower. You turn the fork around and you use the fat part of the back of the fork to just push the meat out.
Yeah. I feel bad laughing at this.
I don't.
It's self-inflicted.
This is hilarious.
I mean, yes, but I feel a little. I'm like, someone give this woman a cracker.
I mean, that just. Oh my god.
In other news, Hololive at Home will be happening soon, as Nimi, Sachimaru, Doobie, Kikehime, and possibly guest star Saba will be going to a convention together.
Oh, neat.
Wait, hang on. Two of those Hololive at Homes are still employed by Hololive.
Yes.
Nominally, they're employed by Hololive, but
How much was cut out of this 2 minutes you said?
Enough.
Enough.
Anyway.
Shit, at that point, God, at that point, I would have just gone to my landlord and been like, "Can I borrow our hammer?"
call Manachan and be like, I can't eat the crab.
What's crazy is that apparently Bibu is shorter than Ina, to the point where just tilting her head down put her at head padding height for Ina.
Oh, that's bad.
Wait, is
Uh,
she a dwarf?
No. She's just
just a
tiny.
She's just a woman.
She's just
She's
small.
just small.
I'm pretty sure Bibu is like right at the edge where she could be like the legal classification for it. She's like the shortest you can be before you start being considered like you might have some dwarfism in you, kid.
Well, apparently her mom is like nearly twice her height.
That begs the question: which side of the family is that coming from?
It skipped a couple generations to hit her.
Apparently.
Listen. Some people, a receding hairline skips a generation, like my brother, or rather, like it did for me and not my brother. And sometimes the dwarfism skips a generation.
I suppose.
Or 7.
Anti-hero, please just put the fries in the bag. Trust me, I'm going to be the top hero one day. Click to support his dream.
No thanks.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of good not reading a story
That I was gonna say,
that's being
seeing
advertised
that,
that
I'm
way.
just like, nah.
No.
Hard pass. Listen, there's been a couple things on Royal Road where the ads been either clever or shitty enough for me to be like, you know what? Fine. We'll consult the ancient scrolls on this.
Yeah. But yeah, not it.
Yeah.
How fucking short are these girls? 4'6"? Yeah, enough to require adult supervision? Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's just...
that's not a
one
height
could say
issue.
for all women.
No,
I still
like,
remember
I mean,
Saba
there are
getting
some,
confused for.
yeah, I was gonna say, there are some like Saba where it's like, they are so short they are getting mistaken for children. So yes, having another adult with them when they fly would probably make their life easier, if not more dignified. Also, so
Yeah.
as I've been playing through SAO, I decided to go back and watch the superior SAO anime, the abridged one, where Kirito has a personality and an arc.
Yes.
And I forgot they're nearly done with season 2 as well.
Oh damn.
And again, I forgot that low key the arc they improved the most was far and away Kaiba's.
Yes.
Oh.
Far and away, the most improved arc was Kaiba's because it went from some moderately crazy guy to fuck, dude, I was tired as shit and I don't know what I was doing, so I doubled down. I was like, oh, yes. I have known programmers. I have known programmers who are being kept awake by caffeine and spite. And they do, in fact, make decisions that bad.
I don't know. I think that's a downgrade from why'd you do this? I wanted to play God. I think I was tired and did an oopsie is a lot lamer.
Everything has to be relatable, TM. Everything has to be relatable.
But it's a massive downgrade.
Yeah.
Also, oh. Wow, they actually went with the misunderstood villain archetype for him, technically.
Yes.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Well, we're gonna.
But here's the thing:
have to
I
knock
will
that
say
score down a bit now.
It makes the it does make the reveal in season 2 work a lot better when it's okay. I still hate your guts, but like you're relatable, and I'm not seeking to commit a homicide against you. Compared to Kaiba showing up and like, I know I tried to kill you, Kirito, but I feel kind of bad about that. So here, I'll help you out against creepy eyeball liquor.
How did that make more sense?
Redeemed villain is
even
cringe.
just hey, I feel bad, and more importantly, I was not a horrible villain the entire time. I was still absolutely a villain, but then when he goes, here, make my dream a reality.
No, what you're describing is worse.
Make my dream. No, when he goes, make my dream a reality, that works a lot better than. I know I tried to play God and killed a bunch of people, but would you mind spreading my dream to the world, Kirito?
No, I personally, I think the better moment was the point in time where he said, I have been defeated, but I can't die here!
But
did he
pull
when did he pull a Fire Emblem?
He did.
I was like, he never pulled a Fire Emblem.
No, the version of like, you got admin access, right, Kirito? I put you in charge of this seed, so the least you can do is make sure some other jackass doesn't do the same thing I did. Like,
well, I mean, technically speaking, they already fixed that.
I thought Kaiba's backstory was a downgrade in the parody.
Yeah, it
genuinely a downgrade.
I mean, I think it's funny. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was funny.
Oh, like I said, it was perfect for the abridged parody, but it was a downgrade. Doesn't mean it was bad. It was just a downgrade.
Yeah.
That's fair. We're all allowed to have different opinions.
Are you?
I would say if you ignore the internet, yes.
No, internet says we have to stop being friends. We must now have a generational blood feud over this.
Speaking of,
well, I mean,
you enjoyed that.
My kids are gonna whoop the shit out of your kids' asses in these debates 20 years from now.
No, unfortunately, only one of those kids is showing up.
You see, Max, that will never occur because I do not plan to make the mistake of having children and
as I said
on the world.
Oh, no.
Only one of those kids is showing up.
So I win by default. I'll take it.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, technically, you know what? I'm willing to give my non-existent future child the DNF.
Alternatively, you could transfer it to your brother, who will be so confused.
No, okay. If this is a case of I must have children,
as I have named you as my champion,
or my brother must supply a child for the debate, I will have a child.
Another hand has touched the beacon.
So your
Okay.
brother volunteered you as his champion. What? You get no context. Buckle up. What?
Listen, I love my brother dearly. He's my brother. I do not want him to procreate.
I have a feeling he's gonna procreate before you do.
I do
Considering the
not want
stories you
him.
shared in private, yeah.
No. Luckily, he's entered a severe dry spell for the last like 15 years since then. Because the only person he ever got him. He did not get them.
Oh, that's rough. Ooh, that's rough. Damn.
But I would never want my sibling to be responsible for raising and shaping a human mind.
But he's so chemically stable.
That is the problem.
I see.
He's too stable.
He's too stable. I see.
Oh yeah, of course, that's the problem. It certainly has
Obviously.
nothing to do with the fact that that stability is highly likely to be inherited. Definitely not.
I mean, at least I'm slightly less stable.
Sure. Let's go with that.
In this case, a lack of stability is a good thing, chat. We promise you.
It's like golf. The less stability points you have, the better you're off.
We could probably fix that with some random meta out on the market, right?
Probably.
Oh man, I got it. So I was at work, and they were all talking about various stupid things they'd done while drunk, and they're like, "What's the stupidest thing you ever did while drunk, Atten?" And I was like, "I don't know, I've never been fucking drunk." And they're all like, "Bullshit." I'm like, "Listen, I make enough terrible choices as is. I don't need extra help. I don't want to see what drunk Atten does. Sober Atten's already a goddamn idiot."
Well, at least we know what happens when Sneaky gets drunk. I just get angry and then sad, and then I go to sleep.
And sometimes the chair breaks.
Sometimes you just pass out.
Yeah. Well, most of the time it's what you said. Sometimes you just pass out, and then very, very, very rarely everything's just funny to you.
I mean, yeah, there was that one time. Yeah, that's fair, yeah. Cass and I both just being absolutely fucking obliterated.
I'm just so glad you guys weren't feeling spicy that night on stream.
Yeah.
We were having fun without needing to be spicy. But, IBM is not doing too hot today.
Yeah.
I mean,
So how'd they piss off their investors?
That's a hot tamale. But yeah, so let's see. Covered that. See, there was blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, right. A minor itty little bitty crash out of "fuck you, I was right, fuck you, I was right" about another thing is so the EU has decided to go forward with boycotting Russian gas. Except they did the thing that I say you should never really do when it comes to businesses, and then everyone fucking gets down my throat about it, which is give businesses a timeline as to when something's going to happen. And so, of course, I think you can all see where this is about to go.
Yeah.
The businesses proceeded to immediately buy almost all of the available Russian gas on the market.
Yep.
Because they're like, oh, well, we have to buy it before the ban goes on.
Yep.
Yeah. That particular disagreement, which is like my thing's always been like there are certain things we shouldn't give them timelines on. This would be one of those.
This should have been a starting today. Don't fucking buy it.
No, not today. Starting the moment we announced this, which is 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
It's done.
Sorry, yes, that's what I mean. Starting
Starting from when the
right fucking
decision
now.
was ratified.
Honestly, starting from 6 hours ago.
Yeah, starting from 6 hours ago, fuck you, we're charging you all. Yeah, honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, look. If you do this, you're retarded. If you need a law to tell you to stop doing it, you're double retarded. So everyone that did it when the law didn't exist, you're now being retroactively charged with it. Because you're triple retarded. What's that? It's going to collapse your business? Don't care.
I would say I'm not a fan of retroactive punishment for people, but for corporations, fuck yeah.
No, I think there's a certain level of punishment for people. I mean, a corporation doesn't wake up and just decide to start dumping all of its you know, what the fuck is that chemical? The forever chemical, the PPE or whatever? No, not PPE.
Oh,
PPM.
PP. Yeah, I wanted to say like my brain immediately went to PPC. I'm like, no, that's not real. That's BattleTech. And then I was gonna say like
PFAS.
Oh, those things, yeah.
Right. So, you know, a corporation doesn't just wake up and the building decides, I'm going to grow a pipe over to this local water runway and dump all of the PFAS runoff into the water runway. Like the building doesn't.
Hey, you don't
just
know that
grow
building
a pipe.
could have that building could host the ghost of Andrew Carnegie.
It could, but it doesn't.
I'd love to see that be used in a courtroom. I'm gonna be real. Just to, like see someone try to say the ghost of Andrew Carnegie built that pipe. Is that the story
well, you
you're
see,
going
Your
with?
Honor, the building is actually a mimic.
Your Honor, the prosecution rests its case.
We need to leave.
We have to go.
Like the defense just has their head in their hands, just like Jesus fucking Christ.
But you know, seriously, like that's what I'm saying. Like, sure. Is it questionable? You know, the engineers that installed the pipe. Yes, to a certain extent. I'm willing to entertain a debate on whether holding them responsible or not, for maybe a lesser degree or something. But it's like it's not like you fucking wake up and you're like, oh, I don't know how to do anything besides lay pipe, unless your name's Trios, apparently. But but you know, point being, is
that man was such an expert pipe layer. He was doing it in the middle of damn near everything, really.
Yeah, mostly Left 4 Dead. But you know, you don't just wake up without morals one morning. Like you didn't have morals in the first place, or you decided that, you know, keeping your paycheck was more important than your morals. At which point, again, much like with enforcing laws, if all it takes is for you to not have morals is a paycheck, then you didn't have morals.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you know, like, sure, maybe you can't be held liable for the environmental damage, but you definitely knew what the fuck the pipe was gonna do when you ran a pipe from a fucking river all the way to your factory that has a chemical runoff problem. Like, you're not stupid. You didn't just build the pipe for no fucking reason. So, I mean, I think when charging a corporation is involved, I think there does need to be a distribution of punishment to, at minimum, the C-suite.
Oh, absolutely.
But, yeah, so... It's just corporations in general should not be given timelines. There should be retroactive punishments for obviously not everything, but for certain things that are just obviously retarded, like dumping chemicals into local water supply instead of properly disposing of them because it's cheaper. But technically, it wasn't illegal yet to dump that chemical in that water supply, so technically we didn't commit a crime. It's like, haha, you played the fuck game. Guess what? You're getting fucked.
Look, if you make the bad guys from Werewolf the Apocalypse look reasonable, I think you need to be shot.
Pretty much, yeah. So it's just there's a lot of things like video games on the flip side. Californian video game ruling. So California decided to not go forward with their Stop Killing Video Games Act because now, somewhat rightfully, but they decided to not go forward with voting on the bill because the bill did not properly outline at what point in time would a refund no longer be released to people affected by it. Also, some
whole,
bullshit
like,
about the electronic ESA or whatever, Electronic Services Agency or whatever the fuck they call themselves. Effectively, it's a group of people that lie on behalf for corporations to lawmakers about what electronics do and how they work. They lied saying that Minecraft servers run by non-Microsoft people are actually illegal.
Even though that's not the case.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, well, if we let someone spin up a Call of Duty server and they don't implement the AI voice scanning technology server bank to scan what everyone is saying, someone might say a slur to someone else. It's like, yeah.
That's not your problem or concern.
Welcome to 2000 Call of Duty lobbies.
Speaking of which,
they could take your number.
Yeah, speaking of which, the Zoomers are not doing okay. I don't know if you guys have seen those clips.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and
Black Ops 2
console. Oh,
yeah, the Black Ops 2.
I've only
the Zoomers
seen,
trying to play Black Ops 2. It is not going good for them.
It's really funny watching them like set up traps and stuff so they can like continuously camp, and then they just get blown up by a single grenade, and they're like, "What the heck?"
Yeah,
I've only seen a single clip, and it was
I have seen no clips.
A younger fella freaking out over the clan tags on the other team. Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, be thankful you don't have them on voice. Oh man.
Well, no, my favorite part was
if the clan tags
the
enough
emblems.
to set you off. Oh.
The emblems they were all using were also hilarious. There was one, I saw a clip of one Zoomer freaking out because of, you remember the end of game lobby where everyone got put into a voice call. And
oh yes, that horrible decision.
Best decision ever. And they were flipping their shit because some people were cursing. And they're like, oh my god, that's so offensive. That's so offensive. That's so offensive. And they're just... everyone in the lobby's just shitting all over them.
Yeah, welcome back, early 2010s. We have a new generation to introduce you to.
So I'm downloading Black Ops 2 right now.
My all-time favorite clip, however, as funny as the freakouts were, my all-time favorite clip was watching the Zoomers not be able to play FPS games.
Wait. Oh, God, yeah, they're the iPad generation. Like, unironically, the iPad generation.
Unironically, the iPad sticky keys generation. I watched this Zoomer fling his mouse around trying to trigger the aim assist. And Black Ops 2 doesn't have one. Or if it does have one, it's very, very small.
Black Ops 2's aim assist was not your friend.
On PC, it's disabled by default, and on console, I think it's turned off
only on console
in PvP. No, I think on console they also turn aim assist off. Or,
but
no,
yeah,
you know what? No, sorry. I take that back. Actually, it was enabled. I was a weirdo on PS3 when I got Black Ops 1, and I turned that off. I'm like, why would I need aim assist? Because I'd been using analog sticks for most of my gaming time.
Right.
Since the PS1 with a dual analog controller.
Right.
I remember my parents getting me a dual analog controller. That's not knowing what to do with it. And then I had a game that needed it. It's like, oh, this is so much better.
Right. But yeah, so I'm watching this fucking Zoomer flick his fucking gun all over the place, trying to trigger the aim assist. And he's like, "Yo, bro, what's going on, bro? What? Why can't I hit anything, bro? What the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
He's
by
like
the way,
having like spasms and.
yeah, well, my favorite part is
And
from what I remember,
the best part is though is I hadn't played the new ones.
ADS. I haven't touched the new ones either. But I from what I remember though, aim assist needed ADS. You had to aim down sight to get it going.
Yeah, not in the new ones.
I wouldn't know, because I was going to play, I think it was 6.
No.
And then like, oh well, you need an account. Well, I just want to play single.
Yeah.
I just want to play the single player and offline zombies. Yeah, but you need an account.
Mm-hmm,
I'm not.
Right.
I'm not playing multiplayer, but you need an account. Okay, and refund. Cause
Right.
fuck
I think
you.
I remember you telling me about that. Yeah, but yeah, it was crazy because I didn't even know what was going on. And I looked into the comments. I'm like, why is everyone laughing at this kid? He's playing like shit. Yeah, sure, that's funny, but like, I'm missing a joke here or something. And then someone in the comments was like, that face when you realize how much aim assist has been implemented in the new Call of Duty games. And I'm like, oh shit! Now that makes sense why he was flicking his mouse everywhere. Because like, for the longest time, I never understood how people were getting all of these fucking kills by just flicking their mouse everywhere. I was like, maybe the new generation's just like cracked or something. And now I'm realizing it's because this fucking aim assist has been ramped to the max because they're all iPad retards who couldn't fucking figure out how to use sticks or a mouse.
Ugh.
I remember seeing someone saying like, "Oh, my gun's not locking. My gun's not locking."
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's crazy shit.
I'm just like, I'm trying to find the clip again. Just like the guy like setting up a whole ass base and then getting destroyed instantly.
But yeah, anyway, in other news, so Wagner Group is still going.
Yeah, they exist.
Well, apparently, after Yevgeny Prigozhin got assassinated, most of Wagner got reabsorbed into the Russian military.
Hey, he didn't get assassinated. He just mysteriously fell out of a window.
Of the plane?
Yeah.
Oh no. Poor fellow. He fell out of the window due to stress.
Yeah.
Nah, that always happens. Come on.
He died of natural causes.
See,
come on. What, you've never fallen out? You've never been so stressed you almost fell out of the plane, dude?
Yeah.
Charmed ass life you have.
I know, right? But anyway, so apparently 500 guys decided that they weren't going to be integrated into the Russian military and grabbed as much shit as they
that's
could.
That's because they didn't want to be drone fodder.
Yeah. They grabbed as much shit as they could and followed the lead of Yevgeny's son into the Central African region, and they have set up a narco state in the Central African region, making an estimated $500 million a year.
Yeah, to be clear, they didn't set that up. How do I say? Wagner already had vast and substantial control of significant parts of Africa.
Yeah.
So they didn't so much take over as continue to run the shop.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But they did. This is what they have improved upon the process by starting their own drug cartel and importing massive amounts of tramadol, which is known as cocaine for the poor.
I see.
That'll fix everything.
I mean, it won't fix anything, but it will keep the people they're trying to own compliant.
One could call them diamond dogs.
No.
I
No.
don't think so. I'm not sure about that one, Chief.
I'm very certain that that's a no.
You know, I really love dumb tagging on file sharing websites, by the way. Just like,
Yeah.
this search bar is so broken. I'm trying to see if anyone's made something for a Kamino Saber Dart, because it's a really cool design from the prequel films.
Right.
And this website's like, oh, did you mean Asuma Saratobi's Chakra Blade? It's like, no. No, I would have looked Naruto if I wanted that. Why'd you give me this for a Star Wars search?
Amazing.
By the way, Kamino and Saber Dart aren't even
Is
in the
Azov
tag.
still
It's just,
going? I
it's
think
just
so,
like,
yeah.
clearly want that. Is what still going?
Azov.
Oh, Azov.
They are sort of going. They did get at least partially folded into the Ukrainian military, and there were supposedly a number of more out there figures who either died or didn't have or were not kept in positions of control.
As of 2025, they have been fully integrated into the Ukraine Offensive Guard as the 12th Special Forces Brigade Azov Battalion, also known as the 1st Corps of National Guard of Ukraine, Azov. A specialized elite unit with its own tank battalion, artillery group, and international battalions accepting foreign recruits.
Yeah, most of the quote-unquote original members are super dead.
Probably. I believe it.
Well, I mean, that's not like a speculation. Like, we know that for a fact because they spent a long time hiding in that oil refinery, and they made Russia flatten the complex.
Yeah. So in final news, I don't like using futurism, but sometimes they produce funny articles.
Oh, no.
LAPD abandons flock cameras after they make a horrifying discovery with them.
Is it the discovery that everyone's known about for literal years, that they're being used to run a completely Bill of Rights and amendment violating security state?
No. The horrifying discovery was that the flock cameras had only a 60% accuracy rating on crime detection. And
Huh?
yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
it
They
gets
were
worse.
reporting this so confidently. I thought it was 99%. What do you mean
Yeah,
it's
no.
below 75%?
Yeah. And then on top of that, however, which is even more horrifying to the LAPD, is a majority of the people being reported by the flock cameras were black.
No. Really?
Yeah. So they had to abandon them. I wish I was making this up.
No, the man with the map. He truly is the threat to society.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is in the last 3 paragraphs. What Sneaky's talking about.
Yep.
Fucking.
Okay. I see part of the problem as well is when it's flagging potentially stolen vehicles, LAPD treats stolen vehicles as high risk, which means calling in backup and air support.
Yeah.
It's like,
Turns out that people with stolen vehicles tend to want to keep the stolen vehicle. And
or at the very least, not be taking it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's okay. There's a lot of things that, say, Chicago does that I think are stupid. However, them pretty much forbidding police from ever engaging in a high-speed car chase is far and away one of the smartest things they've ever done, because statistically, car chases are like one of the most, if not the most dangerous things that law enforcement can do, because even if someone's trained to do a pit maneuver,
it makes a
that
criminal
shit is still dangerous. The
right.
criminal's more likely to do something stupid. And if you're trying to
Yeah.
do something like shoot the wheels out or some shit, oh my god,
Yeah.
you are begging for
I'm
a civilian to get
pretty
hit.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're actually trained to not do that unless it is
Yeah.
a literal last resort, and that car is
Well-
barreling at you, and you cannot get out of the way.
They well no, at that point you just shoot the person driving it. No, the police approved way of taking down a vehicle's mobility is with spike strips, because they offer a more reliable average of actually hitting the tire, and then on top of that you don't have to worry about bullet ricochet just hitting someone else that's not involved in the situation.
Yeah, but like I said, the Chicago Police Department was like, absolutely not under, unless you know that there's like someone who's under like life threat. It's like, is there a child who's going to be murdered if you don't chase that car? Chase the car. Otherwise, don't chase the car.
Right. I will say, as I sent to Max, because I did send him a police chase recently where it was taking place in Ohio, and they were just following the guy around for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, the one I didn't click on because honestly, what you wrote and the thumbnail gave me all I needed, which is I'm going to be pissed off at humanity existing if I watch this. I don't feel like that today.
Yeah. Let's see where was that one? Oh yes. What a waste of resources to keep this piece of shit alive. I'm not for allowing cops to just gun people down in mass, but holy fuck, there has to be an end to the Karenocracy. This retard shot up a store. They should have annihilated his ass on second one, not trying to take him in alive, wasting the entire police department. Yeah, that's right. The entire police department was deployed to just follow him around, since they are, by their own regulations, not allowed to do pit maneuvers, because that endangers the surrounding area and causes the person in question to perform erratic behavior. The police SOP for that town is that you just follow the person around until they give up or shoot at you, at which point you kill them.
If you're just waiting for that, just kill them.
Exactly. And yeah, exactly. So instead, this guy runs over a dog right in front of the family that owns the dog.
Hey, that's the ATF's job.
Exactly. And he shot up a store because he was pissed at someone inside the store because they were having a dispute over something. And so he just, did a drive-by on the store. But yeah, they try to take him in alive several times. He stops several times to punk out the police, to fake surrendering, and then he drives away real quick each time. He does some really reckless shit, like drive at over 80 miles an hour through a school.
Well, I mean, it's summer, so
Doesn't matter in that case as much.
I mean, it's just like, luckily it was during the summer.
Yeah,
technically
like I said,
it was during May, but
it was during May. Okay,
yeah,
possibly kids. But like I said, again, that whole video is just a great example of why the look, as stupid as the Chicago PD can be sometimes. I think this one's on the money. It's like, don't chase them. That it does not end well. It does not go well. We can find the car.
Yeah, because I mean, the end result is nearly 100% of the time going to be the police shoot the person. Because they're inevitably going to do something. They're either going to drag it out to the point where they cause so much endangerment the police have to upgrade the situation, or they pull a gun out and shoot at you. I mean, yeah, sure, sometimes they finally surrender. but these people aren't usually smart. The people that typically surrender are usually surrendering because they're high or something, and they have, rapid mood shifts, and they
down.
suddenly to feel, oh shit, fuck, I gotta surrender now. But I mean, typically the people that aren't high that do this, if you were smart, you wouldn't have run from the police in the first place. So, I should surrender now before this gets worse, isn't usually a thought that comes into their minds. So yeah, it usually either just escalates or, and the police don't always shoot them. I mean, I've sent Max some videos where, the person decides they're going to go 120 miles an hour into the middle of a highway at a red light and, kill a family of 4. And then claim they didn't do nothing when the police show up to arrest them.
It's all the police's fault, don't you know?
Why are you arresting me? I didn't do nothing.
I mean, I killed those kids, but I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing. Why are you arresting me? But I mean, so it's just like, look, I don't have the full data. I don't have the full scope. But like I said, like I've said when it comes to writing, I don't need to be a published author to know when a book is bad. I don't need to be an expert in law and police enforcement to know when something is a fucking waste of time and that we should either just nut up or shut up on it. As Chicago does.
Yeah.
It's just I've seen too many videos now where I've just been like, holy shit, please just police brutality them. Please, police brutality them. Holy shit. Just police brutality them. This is obnoxious.
Yeah, at some point it's like, you are wasting time and money and putting every human being who remotely comes into contact with this situation into way more danger, including the criminal themselves, which I'm not massively concerned with when they're committing Grand Theft Auto. But, like, if you just eat right, either set a trap, set the spike trap, or don't. But quit wasting everybody's time.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's such a waste of resources. It's just such a total waste of time. It's a waste of money.
It's a waste all around.
These police officers could go be out doing literally anything else, and it would be improving the situation.
I would say they could literally be out there waiting to ticket a human being, and that would still be a better use of their time.
Yeah, so it's just. I'm bringing it up because I just want to go on record. I want another. I'm sticking another flag in this flag-filled hill. I'm saying this now, but 5 or 10 years from now, we're gonna look back on me saying this now and going, "Wow, Sneaky was right again." The fatigue is going to break into the normie sphere. And when the fatigue breaks into the normie sphere, the normies are not going to have a normal, rational, measured reaction to this.
Nope.
The normies have never had a normal, rational, measured reaction to anything. They aren't going to be a exclusion on this one. And the things that the normies are going to vote for en masse to happen will likely set back civil legislation. possibly even 2,000 years.
Old, but I don't necessarily think you're wrong, which is the concerning part.
And it's like, look, I'm just saying we should probably do something about it now, before it becomes such a problem that everyone looks at it and goes, all right, we're bringing back Hammurabi Code. And it's like, wow, that wasn't great. As much as I meme about it, that's not great. It's not good.
Nope.
It's gonna
It's better than
fix
some
the
of the
situation.
alternative. Oh, it's not great, but it's at least better than some of the other systems they could have chosen from the same time frame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hammurabi's Code at least tried to present a relatively civil solution, which is everything will be monetary compensation. If you're a repeat offender, we move to the eye for an eye part. If you can't pay the money and you're not willing to work it off, we move to the eye for an eye part. Because people forget this. Eye for an eye was the last resort, but it was never off the table. That's what
I
makes
was
it
just saying.
scary.
It's there, but yeah, like yes, when you actually read Hammurabi's Code, it's like, oh well, for a medieval code of laws and it's like, you know what? This is a fair shake at not retribution.
They tried.
Justice.
There were objectively worse systems at that same period of time.
Yeah.
Hell, there were objectively worse systems several hundred years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, we could be
a better system by comparison.
We could be determining guilt by reads.
Oh.
I would say we could be doing what the British court used to do, where you just got pulled in, and the king was like, "Are you guilty?" Well, or the king's agent was like, "Are you guilty? What did I do? Are you guilty? Yes or no?"
You have wasted the court's time, and therefore you are guilty.
Yeah, pretty fucking much.
Anyone feel like doing the dunk test again?
Yeah. Right. If he floats, he's telling the truth.
Oh no. The thing was, if you survive, you're a witch. If you die, you're not a witch. It's like, well, what's the end result? Well, you die either way. Cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Fantastic system we're using.
This is why it's important that you undergo whatever that stupid ancient martial art breathing technique that Sherlock Holmes had, where you pretend to be dead.
Yes, the Tibetan monk technique of heart stopping.
Yeah.
No.
He's only mostly dead, so he's mostly not a witch.
No, Sherlock Holmes didn't have anything like that.
I was gonna say that he had the fucking breathing apparatus. He didn't have that.
No, he never had that. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
I think
no. Okay, in the books, he threw Moriarty off the cliff and then hid. That's what happened. I don't know where you guys are getting breathing apparatuses and ancient Tibetan techniques from. That's Batman.
No, that's from the.
I mean, yes, Batman definitely has
those
things, but in one of the versions I read that was honestly a fair bit better than what Conan Doyle wrote, they're just like, he's like, yeah, I just pretended to be dead because I was tired, which has the same energy as I threw Moriarty off the cliff and hid, but is, cooler and more Holmesian for being stupid and elaborate.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm so confused by what you just said.
Adam, what are you talking about?
He pretended to be dead for a year or two to dismantle Moriarty's entire criminal network. What the actual fuck are you talking about? I was tired and saying that's more Sherlock Holmesy.
And are you talking
for Holmes
about
to just
Game
be
of
like,
Shadows?
fuck it, I'm bored, I'm out, peace?
No, that's not. That would be one of the last things he did. Because that means he's ignoring all the interesting shit there is in dismantling a criminal empire that no one knew about except for him and two people he confided in. I think modern pop culture has done more harm to Sherlock Holmes than people realize. Holy shit.
There's a strong possibility.
I like Robert
Not
Downey
just
Jr.'s
strong.
version, but the shit Atten just described has me like nearly weeping. Although Conan Doyle would find that funny as fuck.
That I was so wrong, or what I said?
No, what people did with his character. Keep in mind, he wasn't a fan of Sherlock Holmes because
No,
he
yes,
didn't like
I'm
being
aware.
known for
He
Holmes.
did not like
So
Sherlock Holmes.
hearing people do that, he'd have been like, "Damn, why didn't I do that?"
I could have ruined it this way.
Effectively.
You joke, but yeah.
Well, it also
Yep,
would have helped
family's
because
back.
instead of killing his character off, he would have given a reason like, "No, he's just going into retirement to go do something else," which is how he eventually ended it after 3 more full volumes worth of work.
Hey,
It's weird.
Sir
People
Arthur
don't like
Conan
when you kill
Doyle.
off your main character. It's just this weird
Sir
thing.
Arthur Conan Doyle, have made enough money to retire. So Sherlock Holmes is also retiring.
I think Conan Doyle was it was definitely an ego thing with him, based on what I know.
Imagine if
in his
Conan
history.
Doyle knew about the Yoko Taro method.
Yeah.
Why aren't you writing more of this character? I erased him from reality. What more do you want?
Oh no,
doesn't
I was
exist.
talking about everything gets a crossover. We're gonna have Sherlock themed brandwear, Sherlock food, Sherlock everything. I'm gonna make so much Sherlock crossover.
No, again, the problem is Conan Doyle. I think it was an ego thing with him. He didn't like being known for Sherlock, so he probably would have balked at that method, to be honest. Yeah, someone who was
why are
trying
people
to
liking
get
me for
away.
my scientific achievements or anything like that?
As someone actively trying to get away from being tied to Sherlock Holmes, I think he would have hated that so
the
much.
Salvatore method then of I'm going to farm out lore to so many other people that no one's even gonna know what's going on anymore.
Oh, man, he should have done that. He should have been like, all right, guys, since you want more Sherlock Holmes, I'm releasing the patent for public domain.
I am
That
hiring
existed at the time.
12 new
Oh.
writers for Sherlock
God.
Holmes stories. 1 new book a month.
Oh,
You know
so
what?
the
You know what?
the Star Wars
He
method.
would have loved that because he didn't have to write any more, and all he really needs is like two or three out of those 12 authors to have as solid a
Never mind.
writing backbone with Sherlock as he did.
It wasn't parents, it was my chemically stable sibling.
Ah,
Oh, what do
did
you
he
want?
bring you
Amazing.
food?
No, he was just back.
I see.
what
You
you
should have asked him to grab food.
No, I got myself food because I thought normally he works on Tuesday nights, but he actually helped a coworker who had a family emergency out Sunday or whatever, so he's off today. Otherwise, well, I would have gotten food on my way home, but
Oh.
yeah, I already ate.
Will wonders never cease?
What? What wonders never cease?
Chemical.
What did you do?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
I'm
worry about it.
extraordinarily concerned.
Okay, Sneaky, is it illegal?
Sneaky.
Sneaky, I need you to answer. Is it illegal?
No.
Okay, then I'm not going to worry about it.
I don't quite like the way you said no. I'm more concerned now.
No, that
Bye.
was definitely
Don't worry about
was definitely the no he gives when he takes a moment to genuinely think about what he's going to tell me. That's the scary part. I'm going to trust it because I don't want him to think any longer than what he just did.
Just like he's got like the pose of the
It's the guy who's got the foot scratching his chin.
What the fuck?
What?
What the fuck is this
I
author
fucking love
page
that
that's
image.
up on stream? Oh, right. Oh, I forgot that's what you're going to start the fanfiction portion with.
Oh, no.
Boy.
Oh no.
Also, my favorite part about running streams at 360p and putting them full screen is it just randomly flickering because it can.
Mm.
Okay, where has he gone? He's not talking now.
I think he went to go check and see if everything he did was illegal.
Did he go to get? Did he order food?
Sneaky.
It's fine.
Is
In
it?
fact,
Is he
order
actively
pizza.
committing a murder now?
No, he went to go order pizza.
No, I
Don't
didn't
worry about
go order pizza. I did, in fact, order pizza. And it is delicious.
The pizza has arrived.
Yes. I just ate some. All right. So yeah, that's right. This author here. So everyone has a link for it. So how do you guys feel knowing that you've bullied Sign off the podcast?
What do you mean? Is he not on the server anymore?
No, just off the podcast.
The last month, he's been consistently like finding excuses to not be on. Oh, I don't know if he's been finding excuses, but it's certainly been an interesting coincidence.
Yes, it's been a shocking coincidence of how many times he needs to take his mother out for dinner.
It started.
And how many friends
with,
are getting married?
It started with you mentioning something that happened in his server like 4 or 5 weeks ago now.
Otoko.
And then I found out that I do in fact have a limited amount of patience for every person I meet in my life, and this is the first time I've ever actually realized, oh shit, there is a limit to my patience. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy that you find that out even like after being friends with Sneaky for so long.
I mean,
Well-
Sneaky doesn't push Max's buttons.
That's true.
Sneaky.
No, I mean
well,
I kind of
that's
do,
not
just a little
true.
bit.
Sneaky pushes buttons, but the thing is Sneaky usually has good reason and is actually willing to talk shit out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that, and also I actually stop when you tell me to stop.
Oh, if only.
Yeah,
you could do that.
whereas Sign doesn't triple down, he will quadruple down in spite of research being shoved in his face through sources that he presumably would trust if it was supporting his side of the argument.
Yeah, obviously.
It's one of the first times in my life I have met someone that I look at him like, you are not someone who is an idiot sometimes. I think you're someone who's an idiot most of the time. You just surrounded yourself unknowingly with people who are worse than you. In
We
terms
have
of how
found
you
the bigger
interview the
idiots.
world.
He did the mean girl thing of they find the fatter girl and surround themselves with fatter girls so they look better in comparison.
I mean, the crazy part is none of those other idiots are in the server. And I'm sure as hell not joining the public server he's got.
I mean,
and I'm not giving him
Hmm.
money because having now finally looked at his writing through the thing he wanted to self-publish for
Yeah.
the mecha genre, I'm confident in saying that at the very least my own writing ability matches his. So if I ever want to make an idea, I'll just do it
you
myself
do yourself, yeah.
instead of spending the money.
I think of all of the people on Sign server, there is a couple off the top of my head that I would probably just instantly ban if they ever showed up on this podcast server.
Yeah, in the server. I was about to
Yeah.
say if you got to
They would never be getting on the podcast,
they wouldn't even
flat
get
out.
on this.
Yeah, no. Just to be clear, they're not getting on the podcast, but if they ever showed up on the server, I would probably be instantly banning them.
It's like, no.
No, 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 no.
No, not
No.
today. No, I'm
No,
good.
not
I'm
you.
good. No. But yeah, so just plug that here. Yeah, ever since Otoko, he's been kind of finding reasons to not show up. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. If he doesn't want to show, he doesn't have to.
Like I say, no one.
Oh,
If
I
he's
know.
sho-
I'm
if
not
he-
saying
if he's
he
just been
needs to.
feeling if he's just been feeling off about it, that's fine too. If he
Yeah.
started
Yeah, but
getting
you know
good on,
how I,
like
you know how I am.
I will give him credit where it's due.
He
He
sticks
tends
it
to
out.
take he tends
Yeah.
to take the beatings pretty well. He's got thicker skin than some of the people I'm used to dealing with online.
Unfortunately, sometimes
Part of
too
that
thick
comes
a
from the
skin.
generation he's from.
Yeah. You know, or maybe all the beatings.
It's
We said it's part of the generation he's from.
yeah.
Sneaky.
I think
I'm
part of
not
it may
wrong.
also be his. I think part of it also is his just blind confidence in the
Yeah, oh
things
yeah,
that is
sure,
going
absolutely.
on.
But you know how I am with these sorts of things, where it's like if you don't like how the rest of the people are, you know, saying stuff to you, just tell me. You don't make up. I had to put up with this shit when Rob was a friend. I had to put up this shit when other people were friends. 9,000,001 reasons as to why they can't show up or do something. And then I catch you. I catch you. Yeah, you forgot to go offline one day and you revealed that you were playing the game I wanted to play the whole time, but you just didn't want to play with me. And it's just like, just say it. Just fucking tell me. I'll stop bothering you to play the game with me. If you just say, hey, Sneaky, I don't like playing this game with you, guess what I'll do? I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. And then I'll stop asking you to play the game with me. You don't have to lie. You don't have to make up stories as to why you can't play.
The idea of just communication is foreign to some
Sneaky's
people.
a fantastic friend to have, and that blunt honesty works well. So when he's like, "Hey," back in college, "Hey Max, you want to do Left 4 Dead?" I was like, "No, I think I actually just want to do a solo run with the bots and slam my head against that wall." It's like, "Oh, you do you then." It's like, "Yep, talk to you
That's
later."
weird, but go for it.
Like,
Or like how I ended up being friends with Gon, because he was like, "Hey, don't message me when I'm playing Skyrim." I'm like, "No problem." And then he messages me one day when I'm playing Skyrim. But, you know, he messages me and he's like, you know, you are like the only person I haven't removed from my friends list because everyone keeps fucking messaging me when I'm playing Skyrim.
oh,
Ow.
damn.
Bro just wants to play Skyrim in peace. Genuinely.
Yeah, listen.
I
Listen,
don't
he
blame him.
worked
Listen,
really hard to get that mod list to work.
one day, I will recover the video files you sent me back in college of the
Right.
one time you got him in a versus match. I do not blame him for that being his reaction after watching the video and just being like, I should
was
have been
painful.
there to rein those two fuckwits in. Holy shit, guys.
Yeah, it was rough.
And it was only them. Everyone else was chill because the only people who knew who he was, ostensibly, was those two and myself as fans of the work he'd been in. Everyone else, he was just a guy. You knew he was someone known as an e-celeb, but not much more than that because you didn't give a shit about the properties.
Yeah, I knew about
were
Team
known.
4-Star long before I ever met Gon, but I just wasn't interested in it. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, cool, a bridge.
give a
Yeah, some of
shit.
the stuff they say is funny. I was like, oh, it's whatever.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, man, those two freaking out about him, and
It-
he was just not. He was not vibing.
Yeah,
with
like
it.
it's like
I could feel the cringe from his replies when he would reply to them.
Yeah.
I could
yeah, I would say
feel
that's
how
not what you
uncomfortable he
want.
was. I think I remember mentioning, like, okay, guys,
He blocked both of them.
I don't think you're allowed to play with him if he ever accepts another invite from Sneaky, because that was bad.
I
And
feel like
everyone's like,
that was the funniest fucking shit ever. Is he friends me and blocks both of them?
and the crazy part, Sneaky, was I think I did talk to him like, you know, like you probably scared him off, right? And like, yeah, we did real poor. It's like, yeah.
It's not that you did poor, guys. That's not the problem.
They were just so.
I don't remember the exact wording
obnoxious.
used, but they realized that they fucked up. Like
they were doing the thing. They were doing like the one thing you really should never do when you meet someone who's famous for something, is quote the shit they did back to them.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Yep.
Like, listen,
Like-
Yeah.
listen. If you're a huge fan of someone for a role they did, tell them you're a huge fan of the thing they did. even if it's the most popular thing they did, and just be like, hey, I thought that was really cool. And then move the hell on because they really don't need to keep hearing it.
The funny thing is, if you even tell them that, they might even just quote the thing that they're known for back at you. And then you get a free quote. And then you don't have to, deal with it.
Some
like
people are
it?
cool like that.
But no, these two, they were just like line from the abridged, line from the abridged, line from the abridged.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it so funny when blank did blank?
Guys. Like-
let me put it this. Let's put it this way. Here's how bad it was. I can at that point in time, I could stomach a lot of cringy shit. I had to skip around the video. It would get so bad. And the worst part was I'd randomly click and it's like, oh god, they're doing it again. I randomly clicked. What were the fucking odds? Turns out the odds were really high. The frequency was absurdly high.
The odds were very high because they were extra cringe.
You could hear how uncomfortable Gon was. I could hear how exasperated Sneaky and Enables and Trios were. I think y'all actually got Ruckus in for that match as well.
We did, yeah.
Like you had 7 players. If I hadn't decided to go do what my parents suggested, which was go find something to do at college and meet other people in person, because I went to the gaming clubs. Somehow, the gaming club managed to get early access to Sony's 3D TV tech with PlayStation.
Oh, wow.
On my college
How the hell did
campus,
that
like
happen?
what? It was neat as fuck. Getting to demo Uncharted 2 with the 3D glasses that don't hurt your eyes because of the way the screen filters stuff was really neat.
Yep.
But I could have done without that, and I could have had a 6-hour versus night with my friends instead, and a random
A
internet
6-7
dude who,
hour.
I liked it. While I liked his work, I wasn't like enamored.
I was
as the other
saying,
two
you
were.
possibly could have even prevented your 2 friends from being terminally cringe.
Not possibly. I would
No.
have. I would have, Sneaky.
That was a
because
struggle of
remember-
impossibility.
No, it wouldn't have been, because it would have been like, if you guys don't knock it off, I'm actually just going to kick you out of the voice chat and the game.
Yeah, fair.
And I will keep doing so if you don't knock it off.
Just like,
But,
please shut up.
Is he
Yeah,
still
it
on your
was rough.
list?
Is he still on my list? That's a good question. Let me check.
If he is, you should see if he wants to do some extra with the one dude who wouldn't have annoyed the piss out of him that night.
Gone. Yeah, Gone is still on my list. Unfortunately, he's listed as last online 6 months ago.
That's
Well,
not
I mean,
as bad.
I'm pretty sure he's involved in game development, so that's not all that surprising.
That makes
well,
sense.
not only
then,
that,
yeah.
but I know that Team 4
he
Star's
isn't a
been
pretty
doing
active.
shit again.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
they're-
he hasn't been officially affiliated in that way for a long time. Like, he did branch off from them. He just kept doing voice
okay.
acting work. I'm pretty sure.
Guys, no.
What?
What?
I went into my library, of course, to go check the friends list, and I just see the newest update from Captains of Industry, how we made our game 20 times faster.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I'm
no.
about to read something fucking retarded, aren't I?
Very likely.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
In-game integration for mods, maps, and blueprints, fucking finally. Universal wagons, okay. Tile bend, S changes, ability for trains to go forward, backwards, shortest path. Okay, all are very important. Okay, yeah. How did you do benchmark-wise? What do you mean 86% improvement?
Let's see, what is he doing?
That sounds like an ominous statement.
What did
Wait,
you
what?
do? Every product is rendered either on the conveyor belt in storage or trains. This is awesome to look at, but obviously breaks your system when you're running a full factory. Duh.
Oh no.
Our product rendering was already optimized. Unity's default, blah blah blah. GPU inefficiencies, high RAM usage. We've been using GPU instancing, rendering hundreds of thousands of products efficiently, but as other performance bottlenecks were removed, our previously fast product render was taking up more and more time. What do you mean you didn't have LODs?
Huh?
What? What did I just hear?
no.
What do you mean you didn't have distance culling?
I assume this is
boy.
for fact. What is this game for?
Captain of
Captain's
Industry, which is 3D Factorio.
Oh.
They
I was gonna say this sounds like
So-
Factorio, but I'm not sure.
every individual product unit was being rendered in full detail at all times on the map.
Guys!
Why?
That
Who-
explains so much, because I used to zoom out trying to make it speed up, because obviously zoom out, LODs activate, performance goes up. But performance always goes down, and I was always confused by that. But now I'm finding out that the reason why that didn't work is because they didn't even fucking have them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because, like, I remember... Sneaky, remember that one, time in Total War Attila where, I forget, I had to fight, like, 4 or 5 armies, and you specifically had to host it because you had a better computer, and you had to zoom all the way out so that the game didn't crash from the amount of
Yes.
bodies.
Yes, yeah, I had to host it because that would keep the match stable, but I also had to zoom all the way out so the data I was sending Atten about how the battle was progressing wasn't enough to break his connection.
And
Most
if I
stable
I had to stay, like, halfway zoomed out to make sure that nothing else caught fire. It was
That was
Listen,
rough.
listen,
most
it was a
stable
great-
Total War Attila experience.
No, like it was rough. We spent like 4 to 5 hours on that fight because Atten was like basically figuring it out live what was causing the fight to crash the game. And at one point we finished and he was so livid. He was so fucking pissed cuz finally the battle was nearly over, so he zoomed in to find the last unit banner, and then it rendered all of the fucking corpses and crashed his computer.
And I was like,
Oh God.
motherfucker.
And then we
And-
had to do it all over again.
And we
Oh,
just were
that
like,
is-
we're gonna just stay fully zoomed out. We'll never zoom in. If we never zoom in,
You can't hurt us.
and let me tell you, trying to micro that goddamn catapult, those goddamn explosive
Oh,
catapult
God.
shots, zoomed out, is a fresh hell. I think it contributed to about 30% of my carpal tunnel.
Knowing you, that's like, Jesus. I don't know. Think about that. Fuck. Jesus Christ. You really need to get that looked at, by the way.
No! I want my body to fall apart so that I die faster. It's not suicide if I just take poor care of myself.
That's not how that
Technically,
works.
that's extended suicide.
It's extended enough that my life insurance policy still pays out.
That's a statement.
Yep.
Do I have to come up there and just like prevent you from dying or something?
No?
Oh my god,
Okay.
what do you mean that you were doing
no.
dynamic draw calling per storage facility per product entering and exiting it?
Okay, I don't know what that exactly means because I'm not that tech savvy, but I'm going to assume
Okay.
it's incredibly stupid.
So
Yes.
so basically the idea of storage in Captains of Industry was that on the outside of a storage facility of, say, iron plates, the iron plates would be stacked up, so you could see just at a glance, without needing to click on the facility, how many iron plates roughly were in the storage facility in terms of, is it full, is it half full, is it empty, etc., right? Each iron plate in the storage facility was being rendered at full detail when it was put on display.
Rather
Every
than
time
they were doing a full 3D representation of
Yeah.
this plate,
Yeah.
as
Oh,
opposed
no.
to going, how many plates exist in the container? 43. Print me 43 JPEGs.
Basically, yeah. So the problem, and then on top of that, the other problem was that every single time an iron plate entered the storage facility, it was redrawing the entire storage facility's iron plates and how they were positioned on the resource stack. And every time an iron plate left the storage facility, it was
God.
redrawing the
Oh
entire
my
iron plate stack.
God.
Oh, so it was just as stupid as I believed it was. Amazing.
Exactly. And then
It gets worse?
well, yeah,
It
because
always gets worse, Craig.
now you have to multiply this because the max size facility has 4,000 plates, and you're averaging about a 200 product per belt and then you have 4 belts per facility. So you're averaging 800 products in and out per storage facility per resource at minimum. So we're the power escalation cliff is rapidly rising.
So is your
So is
stop
the
dying.
No.
No, he'll be fine. He's
Oh
still here.
god.
Yeah. So, apparently, I mentioned going back a bit, swapped over to game dev. You know, keeping in with you guys talking about horrible game dev
Right.
decisions. He helped with some of the level creation and writing on Outer Worlds. Apparently,
Oh,
That's
okay.
rough.
Oh.
it is. But the parts he worked on were also, I think, some of the stronger parts of the game. For example, he helped with some of the dialogue and narration in the starting area, and the
Yeah,
why
that
call
definitely
them
had
back
some of
from
the better stuff.
also why call them back from retirement quest line. It's like, oh,
Hmm. I
Yeah,
see.
those are two, generally speaking, two of the stronger
sections of
things.
Outer
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because I mean, I'll be honest, the first one, the intro area was the closest you ever got to having like a dilemma, because they didn't. While the corporation was unquestionably evil, the corporate representative was, for all intents and purposes, like a feudal lord. Like,
they were trying their best.
I posted it in gaming if you want to look at it. Of just how
ridiculous.
an obvious optimization that we weren't using was to not render products that were not on the screen.
by Jove, I think they've got it.
Oh, that just hurt my soul.
I think that hurt everyone's soul.
That hurt me. That hurt me in the same way, realizing like, oh yeah, why does Wuthering Waves sometimes have issues on other people's machines aside from being Unreal Engine? It's like, oh, because using this nifty ripping software, like 50 to 70% of the actual overworld is still being rendered for some reason.
Like, at all times?
Yes.
Oh my god, you fucking
Using a really cool little ripping software that's been known about for a while. If you're in the overworld, you're probably going to yank the continent that you're sitting on.
So the picture I just posted, this map was previously running at 23 FPS. After implementing all of the changes, it now runs at 80 FPS.
Is that directly in the blog?
Yeah.
They did math and they're like,
they
look guys, this is
tested
how much we improved. Is this game made in Unreal Engine out of curiosity?
Unity.
Unity. Okay.
The specifically paint.
You know, it's that problem that people have always had the Unity. It's the same issue that Unreal Engine introduced, which is by making these tools readily accessible to people who might not be able to afford the $5,000 to $10,000, license fee per year kind of deal. They don't learn optimization because they just want to get the game out the door, and optimization actually is another skill set you gotta pick up on.
It's not that the developers don't learn optimization, it's that the producers don't give them the opportunity to, because why would we pay for developers to learn skills when we can ship the game and earn money?
Well, no, that depends on the production, because if this is like, I don't know how big this team is, but this is like a 10-man team.
10-man team.
Okay, there's no reason for any of them to not be like, hey, can we make the game run a little better in the first couple months of release, not however long this has been.
Oh, no, the game used to be very optimized, but as they basically figured out how to do more things on screen, and they made the production layers more complicated, and the later text and whatnot, requiring more products to go to more places to do more things, they encountered the escalation issue of their previous optimization, which was very good, admittedly, for a early access game. Previous optimization was good, and then it wasn't good anymore because everything got bigger. People wanted bigger maps to do more things at more times, everywhere. So, yes. Is do be, would it be? But anyway, fanfiction. Fanfiction. Dragon Goddess 69.
We could also just not.
It's a name.
I think we're going to.
We're going to. Yes. I've lost interest in writing due to my declining mental health, but I have been working hard in the last month or so, and I'm excited to be back to updating my stories. Profile last updated May 27th, 2023. Now, admittedly, the reason why we're here is because they did start updating their stories, so I guess they kept true to their word, even though they never updated their profile. I've missed writing and cannot wait to work again on them. I can finally finish a fanfic. That one happened. Honestly, there is not much more to care about me. I am an avid gamer girl, and I got my first gaming PC, and I'm stoked to play more games like Legend of Zelda.
Which one?
The Legend of Zelda, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be just trying to get the franchise as a whole, I suppose, since 90% of the franchise is easily accessible via emulation.
I can't even tell you what games I have collected, especially when it's combined with my husband's lump of games, but we spend too much money at GameStop. I have been reading and writing fanfiction for years as a favorite pastime. I have so many books and volumes of manga in my office, it's not funny. I am a fangirl for life. I love writing about characters railing me.
That's a sentence that should never have been said.
Some of the fanfics I've worked on and posted publicly. Gene times me. Various boyfriends of Attack on Titan times me. Harry Potter Severus Snape times me. Reno from Final Fantasy VII times me. Farkas from Elder Scrolls Skyrim times me. Stories that I have worked on but not posted. Attack on Titan, Levi times me. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Scar times me. Attack on Titan, Reiner times me. Stories that I want to write. More, Levi times me. Seto Kaiba times me. Legolas times me. Kiba times me. Kakashi times me. and Ezio times me. And of course, I can't forget Final Fantasy X Auroron times me, and Final Fantasy 15 Ignis times me.
You leave Seto Kaiba alone, you motherfucker.
This
They will
woman's
not.
thirst is insatiable.
Insatiable.
Now, for the people not actually looking screen, it does technically say all those times OC, but
We
I
all
think
know.
it's a
I'm inclined to agree with Sneaky's artistic interpretation of what that actually means.
We all know.
I was there for the shipping wars, and what some of it was a cover up for.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Dark
You know, I brought this up on the last podcast, and I'm gonna bring it up again. I find I would be fine with the daydreams, I guess, because you can't really regulate someone's thoughts or what you know what the first thing they think when they see someone. It's like, all right, you know what, you do that, you do that. I kind of feel like taking the time and effort to write a story about you being railed by insert male character here. As the husband, I would be
a little weirded out.
not weirded out, more kind of hurt, I guess. Because, like, she's spending an inordinate amount of time thinking about herself being railed by all these, obviously, fantasy men. And obviously they're fantasy, so I'm not going to get angry at her over it. But it would be a little bit of, like, I guess basically the equivalent is, you know, a guy is collecting, like, a lot of art of Samus Aran in a bikini, right? He has posters of Samus Aran in a bikini in your shared room. He has, you know, plushies and a body pillow, and his wallpaper is Samus Aran, and his phone wallpaper is Samus Aran. I would be like the hypothetical husband in a husband-wife case of equivalency of the wife writing about herself being railed by a bunch of fantasy men. I'm trying to come up with like a scenario where the husband's kind of like an equivalent in that situation.
Listen, if they're walking around with, if they have a Samus Aran body pillow, that's when you start like asking questions. I guess, like I don't know.
Yeah,
like
I'm just trying to find like the equivalent that isn't just, oh well, he just writes about himself having sex with Samus Aran a lot. Or I'm just like, I'm not gonna be angry because it's fantasy.
Did you see the study of what people did when they had anonymized access to like Chat GPT?
All the sex roleplay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like what was astounding was they were like, listen, a lot of people used it for sex. However, a few very specific people were the main offenders. Obviously, they don't tell you who they are, but it's like most of this like traffic,
right? And that's where the meme of John in the cave came from. Yeah. To anyone not aware, they came out with a study of like, you know, the average user spends 10 hours of sex with ChatGPT. When if you actually read the study, it was like the average user spent 15 minutes trying to do sex RP with the ChatGPT, but then like 10 specific users spent 10,000 hours sex role playing with ChatGPT, which
a couple of very
skewed
specific people went super hard with it, and whenever you got like not just generic sex RP, but like I'm having sex with Samus Aran as an example because that's here, right?
Right.
That stuff was yeah, you'd have a couple users come in and they might do 3 or 4 prompts with that. And then there were a couple of users who did several thousand prompts of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're massively skewing. And then someone came out with a meme of like, oh, the average person eats 1 spider per year. And then someone responding to it going, well, it's not that the average person eats 1 spider per year. It's that John Caveman comes out of his cave once per year and eats 10,000 spiders.
Yeah.
To just show the kind of ridiculous way they were framing the article.
Which, yeah, and I want to be clear, that was the people reporting on the article, not the folks who wrote. The folks who did the research were like, y'all are fucking freaks.
But point being is that, like, this woman is writing a shitload, and she's spending a lot of time. It's like, again, like I said, daydreaming is one thing, but she is spending time and effort to write dozens of stories of her being railed by fantasy men. And I wouldn't be angry at her. But I wouldn't exactly be comfortable with it. Because she's spending a lot of time thinking about other people having sex with her.
And here's the thing, right? If it's like I wrote these things up, let's go do it. At least that, like, at least you got something more leeway. A lot more leeway. Like, oh, well, still not fully on board, but okay.
A little weird, but you do you. And everyone else just goes silent, huh?
What the
I just thought my audio cut out for a moment.
I would say there's just not much of a follow-up. It's not a huge, there isn't much follow-up there. It's like, yeah, pretty much. You do you.
No one willing to follow up on that one, huh? Okay, I see how it is.
It's not so much willing as there's nothing to follow up with.
Yeah.
They're a freak. What more do you want us to say, my man?
Yeah. It's like I said, the feelings are complicated, because, again, it's not like what they're doing is cheating on you. It's just...
I mean,
it's like,
depending on what they're writing about, it could be, and this is like I hate this phrase sometimes, but emotional cheating, like, right, they are seeking fulfillment of the relationship from something else in some way.
Right. And yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it. It's like, it's basically a canary in the coal mine of maybe your relationship isn't the best. If she is trying to get some sort of emotional fulfillment out of imagining a bunch of fantasy men rail her. Because it's sort of like, you know, like I said earlier, if she was, like, writing all of these sex scenes and then was like, okay, husband, can you do these? It'd be like, okay,
put on the cloud costume.
Yeah, but it's another thing if it's just like, oh no, this is just for me. This is just my imagination. And I'm just gonna spend hours upon hours of my day thinking about how I'm not emotionally fulfilled by my relationship I'm in right now. And it's like, when you do that, whether intentional or not, I'm not saying that's like, she's intentionally doing this. I'm like, you know, some people don't understand the second order effects of their own actions.
Yeah. And it's entirely possible they're not even consciously aware of it.
It's sort of like, say you have, like, 3 friends, and something happens in your personal life, whether it's your son, your husband, your boss, etc. And every day you meet up with your friends, and they complain about their boss, husband, son, whatever, and you feel compelled to contribute
their boss,
to the conversation.
I'm sorry, but I understand you
boss,
obviously
husband,
didn't
son?
mean them all as one. But
Yes.
boss, husband, son, it's like, oh, whoa, I'm not even touching that one. don't even talk to me about that.
Yeah. But it's like you feel compelled to contribute, so you start bringing up, oh, well, he did this little thing today, or I didn't like it when they said this, or he wasn't happy about that. And if you make it a regular occurrence of you meeting with your friends and you all find something to complain about a specific person or thing in your life, if you do that every single day, you're going to start hating that person.
Yeah.
You're going to start looking for other things they do that make you angry, whether you realize it or not. And it's ruin your relationship. Whether that is you having a shorter temper with your boss and getting fired, or you blowing up on your husband one day because of all these little tiny things that don't actually really matter, but to you they now matter a bunch because you've built up this resentment over them. You know, and sure, you can use the argument of, the classic argument of, like, oh, well, because they're killing people or whatever in a video game, that means they're not going out in real life and doing it. Sure. But if they don't realize what they're doing, and if they're not at a intellectual capacity to rationalize what they're doing, I can literally pull up more than 2 stories of a kid shooting themselves, shooting their friends, or shooting their parents because they played a bunch of GTA, thought guns were funny and cool, and wanted to reenact something they did in GTA in real life because they thought it was cool. But because, video game and people just spawn and despawn, that's how they're thinking things work with the guns when they shoot someone, and then someone fucking dies. And it's like, yeah, well, that kid wouldn't have killed anyone if they didn't have access to GTA, because they only did it because they had access to GTA. And that's why we say kids can't have access to GTA.
Because when you let people who aren't mature enough to handle a thing do a thing, it goes real bad.
Not always, but it introduces something that wasn't there before.
I was going to say, we know that it can go bad, and when it does go bad, it goes real bad.
Yeah. I remember a case of a hit and run where this kid ran over someone in their car when they turned 18. Because that's what they did in GTA Online with their friends, is hitting pedestrians. And they thought it'd be funny.
Jesus.
And so it's just like, do I think that someone doing something in a story is going to cause that person to do it in real life? No. I say this for lollies. I say this for murder. I say this for cheating on your husband with dozens of other men in a story. But does it make you think about it a lot? Yeah. Is that guy who publishes a story about how all of his characters seemingly end up shooting up the business they're working at? Should maybe we, be a little concerned that apparently he spends a lot of time fantasizing shooting up the business he works at? Probably, yeah. Is he gonna do it? We don't know.
It is a mystery.
All you need is one bad day. I mean, Joker wasn't wrong about that. He wasn't. Some people do just need one bad day for them to do some fucking insane shit. Not everyone. But they're out there.
They could be out there.
They are amongst you. And you don't know who until they do it. Someone who seemed perfectly fine, they get fired at their job, but also at the same time in the background, their dog just exploded, their wife left them, and their kid turned into an alien and flew to Mars. And so they decide, all right, well, I'm just going to go shoot up my business now. And they get their gun and they come back and shoot up the business.
It's an oddly specific instance. What happened with Mars?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And it's just like, okay, well, there was no way we were going to be able to predict this when we fired the guy. He seemed completely fine. And then he just had one really bad day, and it turns out he was one of them. It's like, what can you do? But then you also have, on the other hand, that one school shooter, the recent one, of the Catholic school.
Yeah, that still doesn't narrow it down a lot.
The trans one, that also doesn't narrow it down.
Listen, I'm not trying to start an argument. Unfortunately, it really doesn't matter, like, how many extra details you get. There's been enough school shootings.
No, I'm
in the
aware.
US.
I just don't remember the school name.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so
they you know, when they did an investigation on the person after they shot everyone and then killed themselves, they found a diary of them apparently for months fantasizing about shooting up the school. It's like, well, that definitely might have been a sign that they were thinking about shooting up the school.
Maybe do something about that.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always hesitant to hold, like, a teenager responsible for, or adults responsible for a teenager's actions, but there does come a point where it's like, you as a parent have been grossly negligent.
I mean, they were like 23 when they shot the school up, but
that doesn't change the fact that his parents were probably negligent.
Oh no, absolutely, absolutely. But the fact of the matter is there was a precursor that was written. They were writing about shooting up the school for months.
Yeah.
They weren't publishing it, but they were writing about it every day. They were just having a fucking total mental breakdown every single day. And then they eventually just did it, and it's like, okay, well, I'm not saying we can paint with a broad brush here, but I'm certainly saying that I think if we look and do some research on the rest of the
specific
school
person.
shooters, well, I mean, I'm just saying if we look into the rest of the school shooters and if they also had diaries, I wonder what's in their diaries, and I wonder how many times they mentioned wanting to shoot at the school. I'm gonna take a wild stab at it and say, if any of them had diaries, they probably mentioned wanting to shoot up the school at least more than once. So there is a pattern there, a rough pattern with, you know, self-proving details. So not a great example for a pattern, but it exists. It's not one of those things you can future crime people over, but in the retrospective, it does get a little bit obvious.
Yeah.
Not exactly helpful for the crime they're about to commit. I can't really hold it against them until they commit the crime, obviously. I'm not saying we should. But it's like, you know, oh, another child predator's been arrested. We recovered their hard drive and, like, 3 terabytes of anime that featured, you know, hentai with children in it. It's like, wow. Who could have seen that one coming? pretty much everyone. Asmund did a great example of this. Of basically, he drew a big circle and he said people who watch lolly anime, and then a small circle inside of it, people who are pedophiles. And I think he was more or less right on that. Yeah, sure, not everyone who watches lolly is a pedophile, but probably every pedophile watches lolly.
Yeah.
Because it's, kind of their fetish, but animated.
Yeah.
And as Overwatch has proven, people have no issues with animation not being the real thing. But yeah, as expected. Yes, all of their OCs are using different names. In case anyone was super curious about that, all of their OCs are using different names. But holy shit, this is edgy as fuck. Meddling with potions. Aurora Nix is asked to return to Hogwarts to teach new potion courses. Now, in the presence of Severus Snape, she must remember a past neither are ready to face. In time, they will come to terms with their grievances with each other, working hard to rekindle their friendship and face the love they had for each other. But with the threat of Voldemort's return, she must decide where loyalties lie.
Not with Voldemort?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This shouldn't be a difficult question. Where do your loyalties lie? Not with the guy who's Magic Hitler. Not that guy.
Not Magic Hitler is... I mean, that's probably a good starting point.
He's called Voldemort. Does that not raise any red flags? 0? No red flags there.
Not really.
Why? Why? Why?
My favorite character and the one that I really wish I was close to is the Dark Lord Voldemort. I feel like there's a couple red flags just in that statement alone.
I'm sorry, where the fuck are you reading that? Where was that from?
I just assumed that's what this person probably has said at one point or another.
Yeah. That group's gonna get an interesting lesson in in having to pay back damages, because they agree to not break the property when they rent an Airbnb.
Apparently, this has been a increasing problem, and some Airbnbs are now being more selective in who they approve for renting.
Well, they were already being selective, because you'd have people that would leave trash lying around. The usual, like, 90s sitcom frat boy horse shit, where they leave a condo an absolute mess, but nothing's actually broken. This is just going to make it so much worse. Because now there's physical property damage. That's going to cost an arm and a leg for the property owners to repair now. Not to mention all the shit that you could see in other parts of that clip. Like graffiti on the walls inside, really?
Yeah. I don't understand the motivation. content,
I mean,
I guess.
if the motivation is to piss your parents off so they whoop you so hard you can't sit for 2 weeks despite being a teenager, congratulations, you succeeded. Because property owner is going to get the money somehow, some way, and this could get pushed up to civil court, and if the damage is severe enough, it can move into the next tier of court.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, obviously it depends on where you are, but like small claims court is usually like if you've caused more than 10 grand worth of property damage, there is another problem.
Well, keep in mind that's probably $3,000 worth there, because you don't just replace a chunk of that countertop, even if that's fake granite.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
still gonna cost they have to replace that entire upper at minimum, and that's just the one spot we see.
Yeah, and then they have to repaint the walls to remove the graffiti. You know, who knows what other damage they've done to the house that isn't shown on camera. Imagine Death Eaters invading the Ministry in Book 5, and the person in the night shift is one of those wushu old monsters whose main thought is dark wizards are so children-y. Yeah.
Macadamia insurance is not going to cause intentional damage like that because you rented your property out as an Airbnb to some idiots.
You try to invade the Ministry of Magic, there's one muggle with a shotgun there.
His name's Henderson.
No, you just call him Alfred.
God help you if he pulls out a walkie and says, Jenkins, I need some backup.
Just find an old man looking for gnomes. He laughs as you surround. You finally kill him. He starts laughing as you surround him. It's like, why is this old man laughing? Why do I hear airstrikes?
Sorry, it's just my brain was immediately like, fucking old man wanders into atrium as the dark wizards are invading. They're like, who are you? Oh, I'm no one. My name's Henderson. But you, cock shotgun doom music starts playing, can call me God.
Other wizards don't exactly agree with my sort of
know,
protection, but they ain't here right now.
We're just going to get bonus points. I don't care which country it's from, but he's a former World War II vet. And it's like, we've given you the full rundown. It's like, so you're telling me you want me to help protect you against potential wizard Nazis?
Oh, hey, this is just this is just like 42.
And it's like, yeah, well, your pay's going to. No, I didn't ask for pay. I asked, is that what you want me to do?
Indeed.
I don't care about the pay.
I don't know why I defaulted to Ellis for that voice.
You default to Ellis a lot.
I do play as Ellis quite a bit.
I think Ellis just your default Southern voice at this point. That's what you immediately jump to when
Then I would tell you about the time Keith and I... Yeah, that's true.
Stop. Don't stop.
Amazing.
Ellis, it's time for the stories to stop.
Ellis, not now.
Alright, but there was a goat.
Shut the fuck up.
What's the line that Rochelle says? Sweetie, I love to hear your stories, but now is not the time.
I think
something
that's
like
it.
that. Yeah, she's really nice about it. It was still crazy getting the update that's like implemented lines that had been accidentally cut for Rochelle. Like, what do you mean you guys accidentally cut lines? And it's like, oh wow, she's a
shitload of lines and she has a lot of character.
She's actually a fantastic character. It's like, y'all assassinated this poor woman from day one because you accidentally forgot to implement like 40 to 60% of her voice library.
Yeah.
Guys, why?
We just did.
The writers must have been so confused about the community's hatred for Rochelle. Now it's like, oh.
Are they just assholes? What's going on?
The purple dimming light, Satsuki Uchiha lived in the cold shadow of a bloody vendetta. Naruto Uzumaki was a blinding, obnoxious light that wouldn't be ignored. They were rivals and had nothing in common, but on Team 7, a maddening, unspoken understanding takes root. M dash, and two
Uh-oh.
isolated
Oh, we got an M
souls
dash.
bleed into the twilight between them.
Oh,
The
my
what?
Hold on. We have ChatGPT.
By the way, when was this first published?
This was first published a whole 7 days ago, and is now 100k words. Gentlemen, I think this might be computer generated.
I think they might be paying some extra moolah to get all that prompting done.
Imagine paying $100 a month so you can tell an AI to write a fanfiction.
I don't need to do that.
You know, I
I
guess
can just
credit
use-
where it's credit where it's due. It did at least make a summary that had me thinking like, I'm pretty sure I've seen this story 9 times over the last 10 years in Naruto fanfic.
Yeah, well, I think we found his motivation. Man, I
Uh-oh.
just need some good Naruto femme Sasuke.
No, you
That's his
don't.
author profile.
You don't need
Perish.
that.
Burn.
Fair enough.
Why do you need that? Join April 1st, 2015.
He has written 3 stories, one of them Danny Phantom, 2 of them Naruto, and he has only 17 favorited stories. Bro, I think I figured out your problem. You don't read.
Reading is hard, clearly.
Man, I can't find any good stories shipping these characters. Well, bro, I could name hundreds. Maybe
I'm
not
gonna say
good,
it-
but I
hold
could
on,
at least
it-
name hundreds.
I was gonna say it's
I
Sasuke
mean,
times
he
Naruto.
made-
That's like
He
probably one
made
of the
his
most.
account in 2015. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the
Uh.
peak for male Naruto with female Sasuke was between 2014 and 2017.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like it really kicked off for those 4 years, from what I remember.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Now, it was a terrible time, a dark time, but, you know, it was a
Wait,
time.
it wasn't that bad because I didn't interact with those stories.
No, earlier Naruto was way worse. Or like 2000, I think peak cringe Naruto was like 2008 to 2010. Post cringe Naruto was from 2010 to around 2014. And then peak horny Naruto was after 2014.
I wonder if that one story's still going. Was it like a Dance in the Black Flames or something?
Oh, Leaf dancing in the black flames of the fire shadow.
Black Flames Dance in the Wind. Thank you, Google, for somehow auto-completing that. A story that started back in 2007 has 885,000 words and continued up through June of 2020.
Devil Key Writing. That's definitely not the name he originally published under.
What
A
makes you say
storm is
that?
brewing, casting a black shadow over the world, threatening to incinerate and scatter its ashes to the winds. Humanity's only hope lies with a young boy, a boy sacrificed for their protection, yet condemned to a life of hatred and abuse. Will the pariah become a savior, or will the mankind be cast into oblivion by a monster of their own creation? Fem Kurama and Naruto. 55 chapters, 885,000 words. Was this the story where Hinata shanked someone?
I beg your finest pardon.
Maybe?
No.
I don't.
Those are words.
Maybe.
It's been.
No, I think
It's
no.
been a
Hold on.
while
I
since I
think
looked at this.
I'm mixing this up with the one where the elemental swords. Did you ever read that one?
I don't think so.
So basically, the premise was that each element had a hyper sword paired with it, and that someone was trying to gather all 5 hyper swords to enter chaos mode and become a god. And
Of course. What was his name? Archeon the Everchosen or some bullshit?
No. And Naruto
Fucking sounds
had
like
a
something that
secret
cunt, dude.
6th sword that could purify the elemental swords because they got corrupted by the previous fight over the elemental swords. And like, so they would turn into like an evil version of themselves because there was a personality inside each sword. And like,
yeah, of course.
Hinata went crazy and like killed someone in some sort of demon ritual in the land of demons inside a cave because she thought Naruto was like a god or something.
I see.
Yeah, the old stories are a little bit weird, I'm gonna be honest.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, last updated in 2020, but he did start it in 2007, so who knows? Maybe it updates again.
Maybe.
Man, this reads like a 2007 author's note. The following story contains graphic depictions of violence and sex, implications of rape, strong language, and scenarios that some might find disturbing. This is uncensored fanfiction. No holds barred, no punches pulled, and happy endings are rare. No one is safe, and I will be the first to admit that this is not for everyone. So if you don't read.
Hey, we did it!
First
got
few
don't like, don't read.
chapters aren't that bad in terms of content, but it doesn't stay that way. This fic will be massively AU. I have tried to keep established characters as close as they are in canon, with natural changes based on the world I'm making. Original characters will be, however, added. But for some, the canon personas didn't work, so they will be changed. Sticklers for canon, turn away now. There will also be character bashing, as some refer to it as. However, it won't be bashing for the sake of bashing. The characters that will be bashed will be out of character when they are bashed, or they will be exaggerated for effect. So flanderization to bash them.
Yes.
Incredible. And most importantly, they have different histories than in canon. So if you feel upset that I'm bashing a character, just know that maybe they deserve it. Edit.
I kind of remember that note. And I remember being like, wow, very stunning and brave of you.
Yeah, right. Edit. 612. Looking back at earlier chapters of this story, so this is 5 years later, I noticed they need a lot of work. Vague descriptions, unnecessary dialogue. Unfortunately, I have found that if I go through the whole thing and make the changes I need to make, I will be working on this story for months. Seriously, I thought this would be a very simple fix, a cut, dry deal. But I ended up spending nearly 3 weeks fixing the first chapter alone, nearly doubling the word count. Yeah. I know how that feels. So, for the rest of the chapter, I will be doing a bare basic correction, like spelling, grammar, and technical errors. That's not to say I will never get around to editing this, but it will certainly not be anytime soon, so just be aware. Oh, God. The latest chapter from 2020. Hello, people. I am not dead, and neither is this story. But it was close, you see. As in, I much appreciate my audience, and as much as I like talking to those of you who have something to say, I do not write for you. I write for myself. I write to put ideas upon paper to see where they go. And when my stories posted, I did so for the express purpose of honing my skills. I am here to improve so I can do justice to the ideas and the stories I wish to tell. So it doesn't matter how long it takes or how irrelevant Naruto becomes as a franchise. As long as I care about this story, I will keep writing it. That said, there were several times in the last 10 months that this story nearly died. Never have I hated working on a chapter more than this one. Setback after setback, rewrite after rewrite. I was prepared to bury the whole thing and move on to a new project. But
Maybe
I'm
should
back.
have.
And now for a brief recap, because it's been a really long time since you've probably read the last chapter. Here we go. No! We're only getting to the Forest of Death during the Chunin exams?
Bruh.
1,000,000 words! Oh yeah, this is an early generation Naruto story, alright. Oh yeah.
2007. You know what I think the crazy part is? I think I stopped reading that story finally around like chapter 30.
I can actually tell you when I stopped
like
reading it.
Stopped reading like 2015, 2016 probably. But the fact that he kept the edgy atmosphere so consistent all the way through was astounding. Over the course
Honestly,
of
it is
like
very impressive, yes.
nearly 10 years by the time I dropped it.
What was this story called? This story was called, Black Flames Dance in the Wind, Rise of Naruto. Okay. I thought... Really? I stopped reading at chapter 50? Damn, that's crazy. Oh! That's because I originally got into the story when chapter 44 was out. Okay. That makes more sense. But yeah, 2014 was chapter 45. So January 4th of 2014 was chapter 45. Chapter 50 was December of 2016.
I'm sorry, the fuck you say?
Oh boy, he wrote, he did not write a lot of chapters per year. Yeah, he wrote 3 chapters in 2014. He wrote 2 chapters in 2015. 1 chapter in 2016, 1 chapter in 2017, 1 chapter in 2018, 1 chapter in 2019, so 2 chapters in 2019, and 1 chapter in 2020. Bruh.
A large bruh moment indeed.
But yeah, I have not read this story since December. So, no, not even that. I have not read this story since July of 2015. Actually, in 4 days, it will be exactly 9 years since I've read a chapter of this story. Damn. I feel like I write for myself, not for the readers, is a parallel thread to its fanfiction. Anything can happen. It sort of is, yeah. It's a less hostile thread, I guess you could say.
What's less hostile? Sorry, parents.
I write for myself, not for readers. Well, I guess you could technically call it more hostile, but I'm talking in terms of narrative. I'm writing my own thoughts and dreams and ideas onto a page is less hostile to the narrative then it's fan fiction, anything can happen. Because it's fan fiction, anything can happen implies that you didn't think a lot about it. You just like, a cool scene popped in your head and you just wrote it. And then I'm writing it for me, not for the readers. Brings up the image to me of like, you decided to take the story in a very disagreeable to the reader's direction because either you wanted to see what you're writing being brought into the world and you don't really give a shit what everyone else thinks about it, or you're trying to be artsy with it and you're trying in your mind a unique way of writing a story. But ultimately it does come down to the kind of the same opinion, regardless of which direction you're coming from at it with. I kind of view people who say that sort of thing as coping.
Like, when someone does it right, like, look, there's things you can have a little bit of fun off if you write it as a one-off. See, hey, we're gonna stick Link into the Legend of Zelda. Link from the Legend of Zelda. We're gonna stick him in Lord of the Rings. He's got the Master Sword. He fucks up the Nazgul. All right, cool. End of story.
Right.
And yeah, right. You can make a cool little one-off scene with that. You can't make a story out of it.
Well,
Like, and if you go for
it's
fan fiction, anything can happen. You're just excusing either your poor ability to conceptualize consequences or your inability to realistically write consequences.
right. And, like, 'cause like I said, it's like it's one of those statements that on a technicality is true, but it's said by people who
It's a cop-out.
are copping out. Yeah. They're like people who are actually good at writing a story don't need to use the justification of it's fan fiction, anything can happen. Because they already have an internalized justification about how this story happens and why it happens that way, because they're actually capable of writing. Now, if you want to use it's a fan fiction, anything can happen as a justification for why a one-shot happens, again, I'm totally there for that. One-shots writing, in my opinion, are much like fan art pictures of like, oh yeah, I just want to have like the Nazgul posed over Link and Link like heroically raising his shield with the Master Sword in hand, ready to strike against them. I just wanted to draw that, and I thought it'd be a cool scene. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's sick as fuck, dude. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But if your next words are, I'm gonna try and make a webcomic out of it, I'm gonna sit there and be like, you're a fucking retard.
Yeah, don't do that one.
It was cool when it was just a singular picture. Do
Yeah.
not try and
Because, again,
build
it
an
comes back to the
expanded
problem
Lord of the
of-
Rings Legend of Zelda universe.
It's like there's a guy who was doing it's a warlock in like Destiny warlock in Lord of the Rings. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it
fuck.
as a story.
Yeah.
I wish the guy would update it.
Mm.
However, and it's fairly well written in that the guy understands both Destiny lore and Lord of the Rings lore. However, just because he understands the lore doesn't mean he understands the single most important problem with what he's writing, which is, okay, either the warlock needs to be dunking all the problems,
Right.
or what's the point?
Right.
Okay? He has the cool-ass magic sword. Fine, whatever. He still didn't kill the Watcher. He's probably not going to... The author's probably not going to have him save Gandalf, because you need Gandalf the White to show up.
Right.
So, what's the point? What does your warlock do? He couldn't get them through Caradhras.
Right.
So, again, what is his point? He didn't dunk the Nazgul. He's not getting them places they couldn't go otherwise.
Well, what is he
What's the point of him?
fundamentally changing? Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like, again, that's one of those things of like, you can be a fan and you can write a fanfic that makes no fucking sense, and I will accept that, as obviously people can be obsessed with Lord of the Rings and Destiny at the same time. And they're like, I fucking love both of these. I want to fuse the two so I can have them at the same time. And because they are more of a fanatic part of the fan part, they aren't really sitting there going like, oh, how all these knockdown effects work? What changes if I include this? What does this do if I do this? They make surface level connections and they point out surface level things and they have like a couple cool scenes. And you can, like, for me at least, is you can really tell when it's just wish fulfillment. And I don't have a problem with wish fulfillment so long as you admit that the story is wish fulfillment. Right?
Yeah.
And but if you're gonna try and sit there and be like, oh well, no, this is actually a very serious story, and I want you to take it very seriously, and I'm a very serious writer, I'll then be like, okay, well then why did you get all these things wrong, Mr. Serious Writer?
Why are you wrong?
Explain. Why are you wrong?
Why are you blue?
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining Sneaky as the Gordon Ramsay meme, slapping the two slices of bread on a fan.
What are you?
Why are you wrong?
The load-bearing connection would be that the readers are correctly calling out a bad narrative decision by the author, but this can be the opposite of true if the audience is also utterly retarded. Yeah, it's one of those things. Again, nuance alert, ring the nuance bell, the nuance alarms are going off. This is a nuanced take that requires nuance to appropriately make statements about, because the whole thing's fucking nuanced, because nothing ever fits a fucking formula when it comes to any of this. Nuance alert. Maybe I should change the rage alert with nuance alarm. Because, it's just like, sometimes the author is retarded, and they make really stupid decisions, and the audience isn't retarded, and they're actually fans of the work they're reading, and they're like, hey, author, you're retarded, you're doing all of these things wrong, why are you doing these things wrong? How are you a fan of this if you're doing these things wrong? And then the author spurgs out screaming about how anything can happen. And then on the flip side, you have stories like that. Many of the Worm Magic the Gathering stories that are out there that all die because autistic spurgs flood into the Magic the Gathering threads and start spurging out over card details and power escalation and arguing with each other about how the author's not implementing lands right, and they harass the author into shutting down the story. This has only happened 100% of the time with every single Magic the Gathering Worm story.
Truly, the greatest enemy of Magic the Gathering is Magic's fans.
True.
This is a known problem.
True and unfortunately very real.
The author spent like 5 chapters in Moria because I think he realized that the Warlock would dunk on the Balrog. Yeah, and that's a constant thing. Here's this other thing about being a novice writer, is that novice writers have this weird internalization that there has to be conflict in the story for a story to happen. And that the conflict has to be the main character physically struggling with something. Because they weren't able to... what's the word I'm looking for here? They weren't able to internalize that the conflict in a narrative is just any conflict in a narrative. As I was telling Gray when we were playing Remnant last night, One Punch Man, the conflict in One Punch Man isn't the physical conflict that One Punch Man is having. His conflicts are about, effectively, can he arrive in time before the people he cares about are killed?
Yeah. Or, alternately, when they wish to have a different set of stakes, they will simply include the characters that are not One Punch Man. The reason Genos is important to One Punch Man is not because he is Saitama's disciple. It's because he's a character who, in any other story, is the protagonist. And
Right.
we, the audience, know this.
Exactly.
Right? In any other story, all the stuff that Genos can do would make Genos grade A protagonist material who fights and struggles to overcome difficulties. But that's not important in One Punch Man because everything can be solved by one punch. So if
Yeah.
we do need to have stakes, that's what he's here for, right? We need someone to realistically struggle against this opponent and give us some cool ass fight scenes that take longer than 2 seconds. Bring out Genos or bring out Bat Guy.
Well, actually, that's literally everyone else. That's actually what everyone else is there for.
Yes.
Even the other S rank heroes, like, see, even they're having trouble. And then Saitama goes and has a fight with a final alien boss invader, and is still holding back.
He
is
fought God.
explicitly called out. He is explicitly called out by the boss. I thank you for letting me go past my limits, but dude, how much are you holding back? Holy shit! Also,
Yeah.
yes, he thought of being calling itself God, and then
Yeah.
punches so hard he reaches backwards in time.
Yep.
To
I don't
kill
know
this
how much-
version of quote unquote God.
Yep.
I don't
I
know
had
how
someone
much I
look at me
like
like
that
I was-
ending compared
I-
to the original, but
It's
Yeah.
not an ending, it's still going.
no, I meant the ending of the fight. Sorry, I should have specified
Oh,
that.
I mean it for power scaling parody purposes, it's great.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The other ending was
I
funny, though.
remember I remember the Dragon Ball fan looking at me like I was gonna like, I don't know, Saitama probably could actually kill Goku. It's like put him trading punches with Beerus nearly destroyed the universe. Like, I'm sorry, but we now have an own like an in canon version of punching through time. I'm sorry, but I think potentially destroying the universe is a little less impressive than punching backwards through time as a concept.
I mean, that's also, it's just like time as we know it. Well, A, we don't know a lot about time.
We
But what we do know about
have a
time
bunch
is
of
that it's,
theories.
yeah, we have a lot of theories about time, but the more we learn about time, the more we realize we had no fucking idea what we were talking about time.
Time is
But-
bullshit, and Einstein didn't know a goddamn thing.
What we do know about time, however, is that speed has a inverse relation to time.
That's part of the theory of relativity. Like, the faster you're going, the slower time seems for you. It's been explored in several
Oh no, not
landmark
seems.
sci-fi stories.
Not seems, Max. It is slower for you. They tested
right.
with an atomic clock, and they had a jet go really, really fast in the upper atmosphere around the Earth, and then they had a jet go slower in the lower atmosphere around the Earth, and both of them had an atomic clock. And they found that the atoms in the faster jet that was going on the upper atmosphere around the Earth actually was younger at the end than the jet that was going slower.
Right, yeah, sorry. The measurement is relative to the person is the point of the theory.
Yeah.
But that proving getting proof of the theory of relativity is like, wow, that's terrifying how he put two and two together.
So yeah, literally it's just
Stuff.
if you could go light speed and you went to Jupiter, for you it would feel like 5 minutes because it literally for you was 5 minutes. For everyone else, you were gone for weeks.
Yeah. It's a concept that was explored in Planet of the Apes. Like, all right, we're going to test light speed. We'll be back in like 5 years. Oops, our calculations were off. It's been thousands of years.
Yeah. So him punching so fast he went backwards in time, sure, fuck it.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I've never done this, but I will forever hold the ultimate ace in the hole. That being Zenkichi punching himself back into reality because that's just what he does, and then everything about
Jack Racken.
Everything about Jack Racken.
I was gonna say,
I deleted you. Yeah, but I got bored of not existing.
I
What?
think
And
one
then
of
there
my I think one of my
Jack was a
personal favorites
treat.
for speed and time is yeah, Saitama punched so hard he went back in time. But Superman flew so fast, he pushed the Earth fast enough to reverse time for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, but he had to put in real effort for that.
True.
He also had to build it up. Let's not forget that.
There
Never
was
mind what
also-
would actually occur.
There was
Oh,
also
yeah.
how
First
Negima. There was also how Negi was actually aging because he was accelerating his own personal time to move faster.
What?
Oh yeah.
In
that was a
Negima?
thing
I don't
that he
remember
Yeah,
did.
that.
Negima. Yeah, his lightning form was aging him because he was actually how he was going faster was by accelerating his personal time.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that.
was-
I was gonna say, yeah, it's
Okay, I haven't read the sequel, so I don't know how
Barely-
that
It's not
really
even in the
works,
sequel.
a pretty
It's
well
only in the
explored-
first. It's in the main series.
Nuance alarm.
I
His
genuinely don't remember. I remember that he was getting killed
knows.
by his other form. I just don't remember
Knows.
that part. What the fuck?
His lightning form was basically over. If I'm remembering the details, it was basically that in the initial form he was overclocking his body by using lightning
Yes.
to kind of just speed everything up.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I understand that. I was just saying I don't remember that being a
but
thing.
yeah, I mean,
that's
yeah,
all.
it's hardly the first time people have done the you're going fast and aging yourself because you're not really going fast. You're just slowing everyone else down or speeding yourself, like, etc.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
been
there's a
handled
bunch of ways.
plenty of times.
Yeah, it's a cool concept, but the point being is that I'm not too concerned about him punching back in time. It's like, okay, whatever, yeah, sure.
It's just
The
when you
worst
start
part
getting
about
the-
AI is that it's learned the worst traits of fan fiction, such as sticking to canon no matter what, that a lot of bad writers did. Like where I had Dagoth, and Vivek look at the Neverar's soul, who has been replaced with Murak, and they see a dragon instead of the Neverar. And then canon just goes as normal. Wouldn't they be surprised by the dragon? No, because Hermaeus Mora was very good at taking info about Murak. But what about dragon shouts? Okay, they are slightly suspicious, but canon still proceeds as normal.
Azora,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Why is
Yeah,
why is the
average
Nevar a
fanfic.
dragon now?
Because he got replaced with Murak.
you
No, I just
know,
rem- that history-
honestly, I think that says more about the fact that I could see that occurring with actual human fanfic authors 10 years ago. than it
Oh
does
yeah,
about
no, you
ability
see
to
it
do that.
occurring. We saw it occur. We can go back in the podcasts and see it happen in real time.
was gonna say-
Yeah, I know.
We were
I-
there.
It says more about those writers than it does about the AI.
Well, I mean, the AI had to learn from someone, and it just so happens that it learned from retards because there's so many fucking retards that it was like, oh well, if 900 retards did it, then they can't all be wrong.
Yes, they can.
Okay. Yeah. Also, I think they did. There was that rewrite of Negima that did occur at some point. I think the Jack Racken thing was funny because it's like, I deleted you. Yeah, but I found a way to bring myself back for a bit because I still got to teach Negi like one more thing. It's like, oh my
His
god,
bro survived being removed from existence.
can you?
He punched himself
Not
back into reality.
You. No, that was Zenkichi.
No,
from the
that was
knockoff.
Jack Racken too. Wasn't
No,
No, yeah, no. Jack Racken
no.
got deleted.
Jack just
no,
just
Jack
willed
himself. You keep doing this, and I'm gonna have to keep reminding you. He
Okay,
willed
hold on.
himself back in because he was bored.
Oh no, I'm not saying he didn't do that.
I'm not talking to you, Nose.
Oh.
Talking to the person who was wrong about Jack Racken punching himself back into reality. Zenkichi punched himself back
God
into
damn it, the fucking fandom wiki. Jack Racken, alias. That damn guy who you can stab with swords all you like and it won't do a damn thing. Damn it.
Who wrote that? Was that the
Probably Evangeline.
yeah.
That was
Like-
that sounds like something she'd say.
It's like, God damn it, why won't this idiot die?
Okay, later on, Jack Racken, even though he was erased from reality, he was brought back from it because his fighting spirit. Ah, yes, okay.
Oh yes, his fighting spirit.
Bro aura'd his way back into reality. Fair enough.
Yeah. But if it's like if we're talking about feats of power, I'm sorry, but feats of conceptual nature will always outrank. Oh, but they could have destroyed the universe with their punches alone. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. Get back to me when they remove the concept of time from someone.
True. Yeah.
Which to date, only one being is capable of that in Dragon Ball, and it's the actual literal final god who can just wave things away because he's bored of it.
Yeah, without time, your atoms stop moving, and then you cease to exist.
Yeah, it was used to great effect when with like, oh, this is a functional immortal. What's that mean? They literally can't die. Cut their head off, kill them, stab them, wait for them to die. Well, they just won't die. Well, what if we just remove the concept of time from their very essence?
I mean,
Yeah, all right. I suppose we could try that.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Why do you have a weapon that could do that?
Why don't
The
you?
Lord.
Okay,
Sword.
sure. Just yeah.
You guys
that's
don't?
that's the crazy part. The weapon was created, and I think of like, I just wanted to see if I could. We need to fight this giant fucking black beast. There's a whole thing, and anyways, I made a thing that erases time. Why can you just do that?
average Necron Lord when he gets bored.
I still need to go do that DLC.
There's something about some Japanese writers that they just get weird with solutions to problems they write. It's like, I love it, but at the same time, where did you come up with this? What were you on? Because at least the Elder Scrolls writers I know were on massive amounts of shrooms and other questionable substances. What were you on?
True.
Listen, I know that guy was high off his ass. What's your excuse?
Man, bro really is. Okay, so we can tell right here when bro used AI and when he didn't use AI. Bro didn't use AI. 1 chapter, 900 words. When bro did use AI, 21 chapters, 110,000 words.
And the story's only about a month old.
Oh,
'Cause
not a
that's
month
June
old.
9th.
9 days old.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Are you
June.
talking
Sorry,
about the
my
recent
bad.
one? Yeah, June.
It's
Yeah.
July. Fuck.
So it's
It's a
a
month
month and a
old.
quarter. Yeah, it's a month and a quarter. That's yeah. I mean, that's still a lot of tokens being used for that.
A lot of tokens, a lot of water.
Do you think the cover art was also generated?
Very likely.
Would not surprise me.
Oh, good old Manga Fox. Good old Manga Fox.
Miss Manga Fox.
This was reposted from Manga Fox, or from another site that stole from Manga Fox.
That's because
Keeping
Manga
it
Fox
alive.
was going down and it was essentially being archived.
Fair enough, yeah.
Everyone was like, wait, no, the sacred texts.
We need those.
Wait, what?
Anyway, gentlemen, it's 9:05. I hate to love
Today
you and
I
leave you,
learned
but
that Azula would have had a redemption arc in season 4 of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh,
But
well, I'm glad we
instead they
didn't get
decided to fund Shyamalan's movie.
Yeah. Oh, you saw Toaster's post.
You know, considering what they were writing at the time, I think they probably could have done an interesting take on that.
It's
But
the
instead,
guy
we got
talking about it.
Shyamalan's live action.
The guy who's talking about is Aaron Ehasz, who's, as far as I understand, considered the backbone of why Avatar was as good as it was.
Longer and more complicated than Zuko's, she had not bottomed out at the end of Season 3 and had further to go down. At the deepest moments in her own abyss, she would have found Zuko her brother. Despite it all, her brother would be there for her, believing in her, sticking by her, and doing best to help her hold in the pain that she could no longer hold alone. Zuko, patient, forgiving, and loving, all strengths he gained from Iroh, going full circle. And she would have gotten out of the abyss and changed with the faith and love of someone she had hurt who stuck with her anyway, just as he had been saved by the faith and love of someone he had hurt, Iroh, but who stuck with him. I always imagined that after coming out of the other side, she would be one of those people who was hilariously oversharing her feelings all of the time and would also be over apologetic, like a Canadian version of her or something.
I mean, could have worked.
You know what?
honestly.
I'm fine with that, considering Canada's
I-
history.
I don't see any I don't see any decrease in war crimes in any of this description. So yeah,
Yeah.
Canadian version of her. Yeah.
Sneaky. They're state-sanctioned war crimes now.
True.
man. Oh,
God
you know what
damn
would
it.
have been? You know what would have been crazy? That means there could have been a moment in like the comics of like, man, this new villain's, a real problem. Hey, why don't we go get Azula? She's probably not rusty, right? She might have some ideas.
Man, we just really need somebody to beat this guy's ass real good.
And they go get her from the orphanage that she opened up as part of her attempts at atoning.
Where's that meme picture of like the woman crouched down in front of a child, and then the picture
the
of the war
daycare,
crime?
the orphanage worker, and it's just a picture of her in her Fire Lord outfit.
People are memeing Essie again because she's back to
She cursed the
spelling
French.
doom.
Oh my god.
She was only
wear the
right
Argentine,
once.
She needs
Argentine
to
jersey, and my
stop.
life is yours.
The only time
leave them alone.
she didn't curse someone with who she voted for was when it was 6-7.
Oh, poor
Yes.
Truly an accursed.
And she's been cursed the entire time. It's like, how the fuck do you manage that?
How are you doing?
But
yes.
The bookie-
meme.
Guys,
But,
guys,
The
hear me
Azula
out.
meme, yes.
Recreate
We're
that
gonna
scene
make
with the
money.
redeemed Azula.
So hear me out, boys. We'll make a lot of money betting on the World Cup. But just betting against whoever Essie wants to win.
Right.
Yeah, but then that's gonna break our curse because we decided to try and make use of it.
That's
Then we're
true.
gonna lose money.
That is how it goes, yes.
We have to find what the universe's coefficient of she must remain cursed versus they cannot make money off of it.
But
One
yeah,
person takes the bullet.
Crazy that there had been a planned redemption arc for her. Especially because like she wasn't at the point where it would have been like, nah, this is actually too far because she hadn't directly interacted in the murdering of hundreds upon thousands of innocent civilians.
Yeah, I would say she hadn't done anything.
She was
super
being
horrid.
a dickhead to her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would say she, just like her brother, was suffering from an entire lifetime of abuse and neglect, just of a completely different version than Zuko. She was abused and neglected by, well, I mean, they both suffered horrible amounts of emotional abuse for who their father was being, and she was neglected because it didn't matter who she was. She just had to be better than Zuko. So they gave her dad had her build an entire personality around be better than Zuzu.
Yeah.
Which does not a healthy child make.
No.
No, it doesn't.
Father, what is my purpose in life? To make your brother look like a fucking moron. Oh.
Is there
Anything
anything
else?
else?
No, that's about it.
Nah, that's about it. Also, fuck you. I'm gonna go become the Fire Lord of all time. You can just go be the normal Fire Lord now. Do I get anything else? No. Fuck you, child.
Oh, I see we've inflicted potential PTSD on Shadow.
That's fine.
He'll recover.
He'll get over
He's
it.
written worse.
What have you done?
Oh, that's
He-
really
he's
cool of
asking-
Holland.
He's asking if he wants to know the context for why
Oh.
Black Flames was suddenly brought up in LinkedIn chat. Oh, that's all you're gonna give him. All right.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I think this is a good solid Tuesday, so we can wrap up here, and we'll see everyone on Friday because, of course, there is always more